Let's wait to see it starting. Any second now. There it is. Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is stream time once again. First thing he hears is Diet Coke. That is appropriate, don't you think? That is very on the nose. Hi, everybody. Welcome to thank you, Katie, the Bad Advice stream. As promised, we have a list of more questions than we will get to probably tonight, but it's like 106 on the list. Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you so much. Just call me JTV, who's gifted a bunch of subs. So welcome to all the new subs. Right off the bat. Thank you, Sandflare, Ty the Man's Shelter, Falling Phoenix, Rysum, Zone, Itchy Nutsack, sure, Snack Cakes, Demon Spade, Silver Owl, and Haven Fan. And thank you, Kayla. Yeah, so tonight is all about playing a game, Spiderman, which you may have seen the Let's Watch we put up on the channel. It is going to actually be something we do a lot more of. I think hopefully we will do all of it in a Let's Watch series. I am going to play some tonight. Not canonical with our Let's Watch series. Thank you again, Just Call Me Jay, for 5 more subs. Senior Fusion, Sir Churros Reed, Corvus, and Bowler Frere. Thank you, Anonymous. Or, no, wait, that was for somebody else. Also, thank you, Galtstiller, Ace, Chris Legacy, Aria, some Rich City with Moonball. Thank you. Furlan, hey, thank you, Furlan. Hadn't seen you in a while. They JB9909, Spring T, Chaos, Ultimate X13. Who's your favorite Spider-Man villain? It's a good question. Thank you, Dot. Thank you, Weapon Go GRX. Favorite Spider-Man villain? That's hard. They go through so many different variations. It's really hard to pick one. Thank you, Shirtless Bandit, Aquavin, and May Fables. Goodness gracious, thank you, everybody. So anyway, let's knock one out right off the bat. Let's just go ahead, because this one was the top of the list. Very first piece of bad advice. Remember, any advice given as part of a bad advice stream should never be followed, because it will result in the exact opposite of the intended consequence. If you do these, you are dumb, is what I'm saying. It is a poor, poor choice. Thank you, Aspen Tree. Happy birthday! And thank you, Dot. That's so sweet. A bunch more gifted subs. Asa, Page Bandit, The Monster, Spartan Jake, Cambo, Fire Prince, Beamony, Tolmac, Pagder, and Beam Tyrant. And thank you, Sorcerer. Here with your boyfriend, half watching, trying to avoid spoilers. I'll be going back to the beginning of Spider-Man. I'll be starting a new playthrough for this. It'll be a rehash of what you saw in the Let's Watch. We'll probably get a little bit past that. But I don't want to get far into the game and spoil anything, because we will be doing, like I said, a Let's Watch series on Achievement Hunter. So definitely come watch that. And thank you, Just Call Me JTV, for subbing yourself, or sorry, gifting one to Trugami. And thank you, Devil's Butt and Psychopath Common Room. 2 birthday streams a week, something special about September. I guess so. Thank you, Roundabout. And Kayla. Okay, yeah, the difficulties, as you see, are friendly, amazing, or spectacular. There's also, I think, other ones coming down the road, but they are not yet available. Anyway, first question, part of the bad advice stream. Number 1 on here. How do I get a job at Rooster Teeth? Well, let me tell you, it's easy. All you gotta do is start hitting up Bernie, Gus, Jeff, Matt Hullum, yeah, on every social media platform, and I do mean every one of them, once a minute for about a month. Guaranteed that they will just see your drive, your dedication, your unwavering commitment to being part of Rooster Teeth, and they will no doubt on the spot offer you a job. That's how I got my job. just constantly berating them too. You gotta shame them a little bit when you do it. Just keep every minute. Just make them feel you're kind of it's negative reinforcement. It's like being a pickup artist, right? You just got to continue to say negative things once a minute. Guaranteed job. There's no question that will land you a job at Rooster Teeth. I give them no more than a week. Thank you, Limelight Cast. I don't even remember seeing that one go by. I can guarantee to you that will get you a job. Remember, the bad advice stream never results in the actual thing that you want to happen. But once a minute should do it. You will, at the very least, be blocked within 5, I would imagine. Thank you, Jenna. Jenna? I say it wrong, but it's pronounced the same way you say Gina. Okay, Gina. Thank you, Gina. And Dysfunctional. And Kayla. And Astro Dragons. Wow, that's a long message. So, rough year. Oh, I'm glad to hear you're doing better. Hang in there, okay? Thanks for watching. Thank you, Tris. Thank you, Desta. 2 years. Thank you so much. Thank you, Grimwolf and Raz. Okay, again, I'm jumping way ahead from where this is going to be. But that was our very first question in the Bad Advice stream. I know I teased something in the Twitter post for this and last Thursday. And I'm not really sure what the best segue for that is. Do I just... Oh, thank you, Anonymous. Goodness gracious. No, I mean, I got it. It's... Thank you so much, Anonymous. It's ready to go. I don't... Okay. Thank you so much, Anonymous, for gifting all the subs. That was amazing. You are amazing. And thank you, Kwama. And Shia, thank you, Shia, for the cup art again. New cup art from Shia. Specially crafted for this particular event. Wait, I can't. Teapot spout. Thank you, Ultimate X13. It's Ryan, Spiderman, and Bad Advice. Thank you, Dot. All right. I can't. Here's the thing. I can't. It won't last long because it's. You'll see. Okay, hold on. Give me a second here. Thank you, Bro Fister. All right, wait a minute. I'm leaving the mic on so you can hear the struggle. Hopefully, okay. Let me make sure there's not a reflection or anything. No, I think we're good. Okay, all right, here we go. I'm gonna get banned from Twitch forever. Oh boy, that's. Yep. Okay. It does have weirdly pointy fingers, but I figured out how to get around that. Now, it has a zipper in the back. You just gotta kind of own it when you do stupid things, right? There we go, that's what I'm doing. Okay. And pop into frame there? No, okay. All right. Once again, my kids have no idea that this is happening, so if they bust in on this, they're just gonna be real confused. I may even just walk out there just to see what their reaction is. It'd be kind of hilarious. Okay. So, it mostly fits. There's just one small problem. And that is, its mask doesn't really stay as intended. Okay. Okay. I don't know how he keeps the eye holes on this thing lined up with his actual eyeballs, but it is challenging. Maybe it's because I can't zip it, because the zipper's in the back and my face is in the front, along with my arms. Oh, there we go. That kind of works. Okay. Here we go. Maybe. Alright, come here. Do it! Well, yeah, that's great. See, I can't zip it, so it doesn't really... Oh, there we go. It's real hard to see. Boy, is it hard to see. Let me, hold on. I think you're there somewhere. Alright. So, okay, I just don't want this to be all crotch. If I could just zip it up, that would be... Oh boy, that's hard to zip things behind your back. This is the dumbest thing I've ever done on the stream. I've done some dumb things. I feel like I should put shorts on. This public indecency. Oh. Yeah, I really can't get this thing zipped up at all, but there we go. It's Spider-Man with a weirdly thick neck, because I can't get that to stay there. You're welcome, Internet. I'm an idiot. Thank you, Wicked Chet. Ugh. How does he keep this thing lined up with his face? There we go, just pull it tight like that. Perfect. Now I'm Spider-Man. I feel like I should have at least a couple seconds of Spider-Man actually playing Spider-Man. You rebreathe a lot of your air when you do this, if I'm honest. So I may not be able to say thank you for a minute, just because I can't read too good. But hey, overall, a little Spider-Man-y. Thank you, Devil's Butt. I really want to just go outside and scare the kids. They'd be so confused. They're really used to me being weird. I just don't know if they're used to me being that weird. Okay, wait a minute. Alright, hold on. I don't... Yeah, I don't know where anybody is. Probably for the best, though. You know, if you're gonna be weird, at least don't expose your children to it. Oh, there goes the eyeballs. They're gone. Yep. How does he fight crime like this? Okay. I can kind of see. I feel like if it was zipped, it would be better. Again, sorry, I can't say thank you very well right now. You can see why. Oh boy, Spider-Man must be super flexible. Oh, I don't think his has a zipper, though. I'm a moron. Okay, where's that controller? Here we go, perfect. Spider-Man plays Spider-Man. Go! Can't hear, though. Can't hear anything. Can't really see much. Let me do a bad advice question for Spider-Man. Hold on. Where's the thing? Okay. Chairfare asks, is it easier to bury a whole corpse in one go or to cut it up into more manageable pieces and bury them separately? I'm glad you asked that, Chairfare. Really, the best thing to do is not to try and hide it at all. You want to put it out in public as best you can. In fact, if you can leave it at your place of work or residence, there's almost no chance that they'll connect it to you. That's just thinking with smarts. Alright, okay. Oh, man. I wish I had turned my fan on. I don't think I could... You guys can watch that while I'm doing it. I figured what I do is every time I hit like a cutscene or something, I'll do another question. Oh, there we go. Let's turn the fan on. Hang on. Oh boy. Spider Gadget, go. Please. Oh. Oh, lovely. Okay. And then that goes back in the door. I feel like I'm about... Uh-oh.
You're Spider-Man?
Hi, little boy. What are you doing here?
Dad.
Didn't buy it for a second. Is it the voice that gave it away?
No. Just knew it's you.
Ah, that's my face. What are you doing, Eli? Hi, Livy.
Why Spider-Man? Why are you dressed up as Spider-Man?
Because Daddy's kind of silly for work. What do you think? Do I look like Spider-Man?
Yeah, not really.
No, why not?
Because you give yourself away.
Because what?
You gave yourself away.
You gave myself away. Wait, are you taking my controller? Hey, come back with that. I can't see. Okay, I need that. I need that. I'm Spider-Man.
Hey, Daddy! Where did you find that costume?
I ordered it.
Daddy.
Hi.
Did you guys start the game?
Well, yeah, this is for this stream.
You look like real Spider-Man.
I look like real Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah? Thank you, Libby. Now I'm ready for Halloween with you guys. Halloween, I'll be Spider-Man. Thwit. You don't care. You're just playing Spider-Man. Hi, sweetie. Okay. How's your poster? Is your poster done?
No.
No. I can't see you. It keeps escaping. Hi.
Hey.
What? Right now, Eli's playing Spider-Man.
And he keeps on. He keeps on making you escape.
No,
I have no.
Oh, I can see for a minute.
Yay! Hey, Dad.
I just can't look down. I'm sorry, Liv. Are you there, child?
Yeah.
Nice. Hello. What are you doing, boy? Okay, shouldn't you both be getting ready for bed? Spider-Man thinks you should be in bed. I can't see. Is it Doc Ock? Who's attacking me?
Oh my goodness.
I can't see anything.
No, it's Doc Ock.
I'm sorry you had to see me like this, wife. Oh, that's not a laugh. Uh-oh.
You gotta give yourself away by your voice.
Oh, while you're here, zip me up.
Spider-Man.
Stop laughing at me. This is a work thing. You gotta zip me up. I'm suiting up for things. There you go. Yeah. Get me in there. I'm not gonna be able to get out. Oh. Eli, how you playing over there? Oh, there we go. Whoa. Oh yeah, very Spider-Man. Here we go, we're good. I can't see now. Now it's all zipped up though. Hey, leaving mission. Why are we leaving mission?
Did she take off the mask?
What did you do? Ah, okay, there. No, she didn't take off the mask. She zipped me up. So now I look more Spider-Man-y than ever. Maybe. I can't see the mouse. Okay, there. Okay. Can I have that back, please? Hi, Livy. I can't get out of this. I'm stuck in it forever. I hope you like it.
No, we don't.
Oh.
Get out!
I'm just teasing. It's okay. It's just a zipper.
Where's the zipper?
It's on the back.
Oh, let me. No one can get it.
Don't unzip it yet.
Why?
Let me suffer for a little bit longer.
Oh yeah, Daddy has a stream, so we can't unzip it.
I mean, I can.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Thanks.
Daddy, are the people watching you?
Well, right now they're watching. Well, yeah, kinda. And you. Don't worry.
I know, but where's? Am I just going around the
It's gonna be
city?
nice, Mira. I won't unzip you.
Uh-oh. I could probably unzip. It just couldn't zip. Okay.
I won.
Come here. I'm gonna give you a spider hug.
I guess you
Spider
can
kisses.
kiss me.
That's a spider. Oh, now I'm wet. Your hair's wet. All right, let me see that. Okay, I need the controller. You need to go get ready for bed. You got school in the morning, and I need to take the controller, and I need to finish doing my stream. You didn't even buy out Spider-Man even for a second.
Yeah.
For a second?
Yeah, I didn't even buy your sweater.
You didn't think I was Spider-Man ever. I still see you.
I can see you. But what happened in your game?
Well, what'd you do with it? Can I see the controller, please?
Okay, here.
Please.
Okay, here.
Please.
I don't know where it is.
I know where it is. Okay. Give me a hug. It's time for your bed. I love you. Is Livy hiding under there?
No.
Is she?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
You're really sure?
Yeah.
Alright, come on, the two of you. Bed! Daddy's got to continue doing his ill-advised life choices.
Get out.
Come on. I love you both very much. Let's go. Spider-Man can find you! Aha!
Dad, where's your
I found Spider-Man's greatest villains. How does he fight with these? It gets off your face immediately. Come on, you thing. Go. Okay. Come on. Alright, raise your hand if you want dessert tomorrow. Maybe you want dessert tomorrow? Run away! Ouch! Alright, come on. The Sinister 2. Hey, stop hitting me. I can't see. Oh, you okay? Alright, Livy, your bath time. I love you both. No, it's not so bad. Bye. Good night, guys. I love you. It's hard being Spider Dad. Oh, I can't see anything. Thanks, Nissa. And everybody else that said things during that. I really appreciate it. I was a little distracted at the time, so I didn't see much of it. And even if I was looking, I probably still wouldn't have seen much of it because it's really hard to see things through these. For example, if I look down, then the eyes are now up here. That's not where my eyeballs are. There's the controller. There we go. Spider-Man playing Spider-Man for just a minute. Before I... okay. There we go, back to the mission. Where's the radar? There isn't one. How do I know where to go? Okay, I want to go fight Kingpin. Somebody tell me where Kingpin is. How's everybody doing over there? Use my spider sense. My spider sense doesn't work that well. It's something about the... Look, hang on. Let me see if I can... Something about this whole setup makes it so the spider spider sense just can't get through. I can... That's fine. That all works. For the rest of it, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be doing kids' birthday parties anytime soon in this thing. Overall, though, I gotta say, pretty good construction. I don't know why I did okay with these fingers instead of these fingers. But, hey. It's on. The eyes are a little close together. And wandering. I have all new respect for anybody that's cosplayed Spider-Man at a convention because, boy, you must not like seeing things. Thank you, Alucard. But this is the, in case you're curious, this is the Homecoming suit from Spider-Man Homecoming. Not the, obviously he gets the Iron Spider later. I think it also the same from Civil War. Got it on Amazon. Works pretty well. Yes. I don't believe you're Doc Ock for a second. Because Doc Ock sounds nerdier. And you don't know what that means. Yeah, how many arms do you have, Doc Ock? Ah, see? The real Doc Ock would know that. Ha! Also, he wouldn't be defeated by a cheap lock on a hollow door. And he wouldn't be in trouble with his mom now. Right. I was playing Spider... Thanks, Rebel Alex, I think, is who said something. Thanks, everybody, again. Answer some questions of Spider-Man. Okay, I'll try to read. He's got, I think, vision problems. Okay, here's another bad advice question from unknown. Oh, but very appropriate. It says, "Thank you, Allison. I thought you had to work." It says, "Help! Spiders everywhere. How do I kill them?" Well, for starters, make sure they're not Spidermen, because you like those. They're good in the house, they eat bugs. But, if you need to get rid of a spider infestation, there's really only one way to do it. And let me just get, okay, there we go. Really only one way to get it. You gotta squish them all, and you gotta do it very quickly. The best way to do that is to take off all your clothes and just lay down and roll around on them. Viciously, vigorously. Every part of your body can be weaponized to squish spiders. You come out of it looking like a Jackson Pollock painting, but man, is it effective. Okay. Rabies asks, I feel like I'm doing Ask a Ninja now. Ask a Spider-Man. Hey, where'd my mouse go? I can't see it. Alright. Well, Rabies asks, I just became a manager for the first time, and it's a steep learning curve. Any advice on how to be a good boss? Well, Rabies, I too have faced this problem many times. The secret to being a good boss is to be hated and loathed by as many people as possible. If somebody comes up to you and says, hey, you're doing a good job, you're not doing a good job. The important thing is to make sure you really grind it in their faces how much more money you're making, and obviously how much more superior you are to them. If they don't feel like really driven down, you won't get the best work out of them. So make sure you constantly demean them, and if possible, try and take their raises every year and give them to yourself. That's good management. I can't see anything anymore. I don't know if these are fogging up or what. Hold on, let me just... This isn't helping, and it doesn't feel better. Thanks, Stutz. Did the rain just start? I bet that would feel good. Vivacious Wordsmith says, what should you do when you really like someone? Oh, there's really only one thing to do. Most people say flowers, greeting cards, for me, though, it's meat. Really, the only thing you can do is just send them copious amounts of rare, uncooked, unprocessed meats. If you can actually acquire the entire legs of animals, that is ideal. People love getting that, especially just on their doorstep in a cardboard box that has no markings. That's really the best way to deliver it. If you're going to do it, you just drop it off on their doorstep. Don't put a name on it. They know who you are. They know what you want. Just a big leg of animal. Maybe skinned. Probably skinned. But if not, that gives them something to do, right? They already get to butcher it. They get to take the skin off. They get to keep the pelt. That's love, baby. Okay. One more before I continue swinging through the city, looking for crime and kingpins. Sasha asks, how do I disarm a bomb? This is kind of urgent, thanks. No problem, Sasha, I got you. The trick to disarming bombs is to not to disarm them at all. The little known fact about bombs is if they're deep in your pants, they can't go off. Something about the humidity and temperature in there. So what you want to do is you just want to take it and you just cram it down your pants real good. Make sure it gets all the way up under there. That's the best place for a bomb. Now, if it's a bomb that's a little too big for that, you want to just go ahead and just put it in a chair and then just kind of mother hen it, Just kind of get on it and just like... That's how you stop a bomb. Other people will tell you cut wires. Never cut wires. Every wire blows up the bomb. Mother hen it. That's what Spider-Man thinks. I have no idea if anybody is finding this amusing or not because I can't read the chat. Thanks, Nix. Again, thanks everybody who's cheering or subbing. I'm sorry that I can't do a better job of thanking you in person, like Nefarious Seraph, because I really... Actually, starting to have trouble breathing too. I should cut an air hole. I don't know why he hasn't incorporated that into the design. Seems like it would help a lot. Okay, alright. I'm going to swing through the city a little bit, maybe, if I can see. Every time we get to a cutscene, Oh, I found the controller. And I see an objective marker. We're in good shape. And you can see the screen. We're all good. Yeah. And as soon as we get another, oh boy, this is not going to be easy. Spider-Mans. As soon as we get to another point where there's a loading screen, then I'll answer another bad advice question. I don't know why I thought I'm probably overcomplicated this, right? Like, I didn't even need the video game. I could have just been Spider-Man doing bad advice. I just felt like it at the time. It made sense, you know. It's thematically though, right? You need to have the Spider-Man game to be able to pull off the look. I don't know. You know, I was just trying to inhabit the character a bit. I thought, oh wow, thank you, Voltaic Scissors. Really appreciate that. And again, thank you everybody else. Yeah, I'm sure you're doing great. Oh, cool. Thanks, Ravel Alex. I hope that was directed at me. I can't tell. I've done a lot of very silly things in my life. This is really up there. I've worn a lot of costumes. I mean, like a lot. Lots of plays I've been in. Lots of shorts. Lots of things for Achievement Hunter lately. I don't think I've ever been in spandex. Just all over spandex. Nor have I ever required my wife to zip me into it. It's, frequently say this. Well, usually people will, a lot of times during signings and things, people will come in and be like, you know what, thanks for making content. And my go-to answer, and I'm sorry if you've heard it, because I say it a lot because it's just so true, but is to say, well, thank you for watching, so I have this ridiculous job that I have. This new level, I literally had a moment when I was planning this bit where I was like, do I tweet out, is this too stupid? Has this gone too far? Just to get a gauge. I don't know, you can go over the edge. You can go too far with it. You can get to a point where people are like, no, that's dumb. What you've just done is gone full dumb. You never go full dumb. But you know what? I just decided to go with it. And so that's how we ended up here. With me playing Spider-Man, dressed as Spider-Man, giving bad advice as Spider-Man. And that's a lot of Spider-Mans for one sentence. I'm going to web strike. By the way, if this is your first time seeing this game, you haven't watched the Let's Watch yet, which we did post a Let's Watch in this game today. It is absolutely gorgeous. And it is a lot of fun to play. So if you're on the fence about whether to get this game, don't be. You should buy it. It is really good. Ow, I can't. Spider-Sense, again, as I said, doesn't work very well. This is a bad suit for Spider-Sense. You notice in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, his Spider-Sense is kind of hit or miss. Like, he seems to frequently get hit by things that you would go, his Spider-Sense should have gotten that. This is why. It's this suit. I think I have big expectations for the Iron Spider suit. I feel like they are definitely going to up his... Oh, no, here comes Maya. Oh, that's bad. Well, hi, Maya. Yeah, I know that there's thunder, honey. It's okay. Spider-Man loves you. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Spider-Man loves you. It's okay. No. Thunder can't get you once Spider-Man's here. It's okay. It's okay. Do you want to be Spider-Dog? Spider-Dog. Spider-Dog. Radioactive Spider-Dog. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You're fine. You are safe. You are safe. It's just thunder. Spider-Dog. Superman's got, crypto. Spider-Man really needs a pet animal, right? I nominate Maya. Maya's Spider-Man's new official pet. Marvel, if you would like to contact me for likeness rights, we can make it happen. Don't worry. I swear that fan was on, but boy, does it not feel like it. Oh! It's weird that you don't see this animation in the game of him constantly pulling down the suit so that he can see. Yeah. There we go. Sorry that I'm not more, not engaging with the game more. It is really awesome, and I promise as the night goes on, I will play more of it. The novelty kind of carried away there for a second. Whoops. Is from Insomniac, so if you are a fan of like the fight systems from a lot of the Batman games, like Arkham Asylum, things like that, then you will be very familiar with how this works. In fact, Batman was... A lot of the previous Batman games were very much more or less Spider-Man games, right? Swinging with the cops. I don't think those counted as loading screens. You'll know a loading screen when you... that's not a loading screen. That's a cutscene. It's okay, Maya. It's okay. Spider-Man is here. Spider-Man will protect you. Here, I'll web it up. Do it. No? Okay, you're fine. You're fine. It's okay. It's okay, Maya. It's okay. It's okay. Spider-Man loves you. Spider-Man loves you. No, it's fine. I think you're licking me. I can't tell. Spider-Man can't feel. Spider-Man doesn't know what it's like to feel the tongue of a dog. Take that hell you will. It's okay. It's okay. You're okay. It's just a little thunder. Don't worry about it. You're fine. Okay. I can't tell what is going on at all now. It's gotten so much worse now that it's in a higher contrast area. What is it you want me to do? Build focus? Okay. Whoa. Whoops. Is there a guy over there? I can't tell. You tell me. I may have to remove the mask soon just so that I can live and have any chance of doing anything. Maybe I'll just answer a couple more questions as Spider-Man before I remove it. I can't tell what's happening at all. Ow. I think I got punched. No wonder he's always getting hit. He just doesn't see it. It's okay, Maya. It's okay. Spider-Man will fight the thunder for you. I can't believe I'm doing this well in the fight without being able to see it. I feel like I'm Daredevil. I'm cosplaying Spider-Man. I'm fighting like Daredevil. I'm just going off of instinct. Did I get everybody? Okay, we're good. Here, let's do another piece of bad advice. Oh, okay, Maya, you're fine. You're fine. Maya, do you want to help with this one? Uh-oh. Did I get shot? Oh, there is a guy in here. Uh-oh. He had one punch left in him. There we go. Let's heal. Yep, let's do that. I feel like Spider-Man's bad advice is particularly... Oh, crap. Is particularly a betrayal because, you know, he's Spider-Man. You expect only good things from him. At the beginning, it does feel very button-mashy. Later on, you start getting more stuff, though. I've played a bit further. We've done 2 parts of the Let's Watch already. Those will be, I think the first part is out today. The next part will be out soon, I'm sure. It may take us a little bit to get the whole game up, if we, or, you know, depending on how far we go with it, because we're about to do a lot of traveling for RTX. Thank you, Guarded Belief. It's okay, Maya. It's okay. It's okay. Spider-Man holds you. Spider-Man rocks you. There we go. You get the Spider Rock. There we go. We can pause there for a second. Okay. Where is it? If I could just pop the lenses out so I could see, that would be amazing. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Where was I? Loud Silent One asks, what is the best way to be elected President of the United States? Well, boy, that used to be a simple question, but has it really taken a turn lately? Seems like that would have been easier to answer before recent events. I'm pretty sure I would have said be a reality TV star as the bad advice. And yet, somehow that has proved to be fruitful. Ooh, the thunder. How do I top current events? Crap, I may have to come back to that one. Where do you go from reality? What do you think, Maya? Alright, okay, I got it. So, the important thing to remember about running for political office is that people will frequently just vote on names they know. Not necessarily know why they know the name, but they'll just vote for that guy they remember. So, what you want to do is make sure that you're in the public consciousness as much as possible. For pretty much anything. I mean, bank heist. People really like that. That's like blue collar, common man, taken back from the fat cats. I think that's the way to go. You want a high profile bank heist that you claim credit for. Just make sure everybody knows you did it. You may get Spider-Man, but once you get out of jail, then you got that reformed felon thing too. I mean, it's all working for you at that point. That's what I'm going to go with. Bank heist, claim credit, make sure you stash the money, because if they don't find it, you get to keep that when you get out of prison. Don't kill anybody. That's just going to keep your sentence way too long. So you want to steal a lot of money, you want to hide it really well, then claim credit for it. Once you reform in prison, you just get out, run for president using the money you stole from the bank, then you're not in any special interests' pockets immediately. You're going to want those later. But just wait and save it for the good ones. At the beginning, you're just going to get the crappy special interests. You want to save it for the ones with the big, big money. So use your self-finance using the bank earnings, bank heist earnings, and use that to subsidize your political career. That's what I'm going to go with. I think that's probably the best way to do it. Okay, I need to... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to reveal Spider-Man's true identity, but okay, I gotta... Sorry, I can't... Oh boy. It's on me, it's like the symbiote with the crash of thunder. Someone ring a bell. It won't free me. Alright. Oh. There you go, Maya. Whew. I can see so many things. It's so much better. Thanks, Jinxie. Hey, I got the figurines. That was very sweet of you. Thank you so much. The Wing Commander stuff, toys. Oh, yeah, I was totally wearing the hat under there, too. It's probably why it didn't fit that well. Thank you, Spring Ivy. Oh, God. I gotta give it... you know what? I was a little concerned about spandex, but you know what it really does that I didn't intend? It really smooths out those love handles. It kind of sucks those right in. I'm not gonna stand up because I feel like I would be... This is very tight. I feel like I want you to know... Oh, thank you so much, Nighthawk. That is too sweet. Thank you. Oh. Goodness gracious. As my mom says, I watch you. Here's a bit. Aw. Thank you so much, Nighthawk. Thank you, Arcobra. Oh. Dancer's belt would have been a good call. I didn't have one. I've been standing a lot. I'm so sorry. I hope that no one's been looking. Hold on. I got this. There we go. What? It's a good look for Spider-Man, right? Spider-Man with shorts. But yeah, it's very slimming. I like this. I just may wear this under my clothes all the time now. Makes you look way buffer. Yeah. Thank you, Shiny Green Ninja. Spider shorts. Thwip, thwip, thwip. I bet that's a costume in this game sooner or later. I also bought this green screen thing. I don't have enough light. Thank you, Megan, to do it yet. Because the next level of this stupid thing was to actually green screen myself into the game. I opted not to do that. Thank you, Legend. Thank you, Lane. It doesn't work out. I didn't do it because it just there's not enough light. I could pop it up there and show you, but it's just not enough light. We'll try it. Hold on. As soon as I get to the end of this, thank you, Matt. I will go outside. I can't hear things. I heard that. It's not been game. Oh, you guys have game audio. I just don't have game audio. There we go. Do I have game audio? Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Allender. Wow. The hair in my mouth. Do I have game audio? You guys got game audio, right? Outside in the game, not outside in the world. We hear it, barely. Okay, let me turn that up. Thank you, Nix. There we go. Now you guys should be able to hear it a little bit better. Let me know if that's too loud. There really isn't anything to hear right now. Thank you, Caroline. It's like some dramatic music. There we go. Too loud. Perfect now. I hear the things. I don't know where the thunder is seriously on board with this. Thank you, Sapira. Oops. I'm gonna be so much better at fighting now. Oops. Aw, thank you, Voltaic Scissors. Ooh. You did good hiding the hat. Thank you. It's actually very roomy in here. You wouldn't have thought, but thank you, Lord Reaper. There we go. Okay, I'm good. Focus bar is full. Cool. Thank you, Thorn.
How exactly do you think this ends well for you?
Alright, hopefully you guys can hear better now. There's a lot of punching sounds. It's like thwip, thwip, pow, 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 dodge, thwip. Thanks, Lily.
On to the next one.
I think the light in my room is dimming. There's a fair chance that I'm going to lose electricity in a minute. Thank you, Ice Kingy. That could happen. If I just spontaneously go dark, the Kingpin did it, and it's not my fault. It's definitely Spider-Man fighting Kingpin and losing a little bit. Hey, Captain Dowie.
If I go in this way, they'll destroy all the evidence.
Okay.
I should look for a sneaky way in.
I shall. You'd think, having done this already, I would remember that right off the bat. Thank you, Jinx Girl.
It's like my own private ventrance.
Turn it up so you guys can...
Criminal, but he has remarkably clean air vents.
Even though I talk over it a lot, you can hear his snarky comments. Thank you, Outlander. Maya is fine. I'm glad that you were enjoying it.
Is this tech support? I forgot my password.
Spider-Man!
Whoa, ow.
Don't let him near the console!
Warning. Full deletion.
Whoops.
I thought the IT guys at my last job were rude.
Enough playing around! Keep him on the ground!
Very focus intensive. And it's good to hit chairs. That always works. Alright. See, while that's happening, another question.
Just how good their security
Since I can actually read it now.
Oh, you guys forgot the latest kernel patch.
Hiding so.
Oh, thanks for highlighting the ones I did. Thank you, Joy Bones.
Says the guy frantically erasing his search history.
After all
I'll let
these
that play out.
years, you're still just an ignorant child.
True, but that's part of my charm, isn't it?
Thank you, MJ.
Damn you. Get that door down now!
Uh-oh. You already taught me how to do that.
Destroy everything.
I've already been doing that a lot. Hold.
Look around you. I did this. What have you ever done, Matt?
Well, there was that time I took down a pompous, overstuffed crime lord before breakfast.
Thank you, Jenny.
Without the scum I kept.
Asked you to cosplay as Lara Croft last time, just saying this is better. Ah, good. I'm glad that I didn't leave you disappointed.
It's a long, tough road, Fist. Almost sad to see it end.
Mere friend.
So for those of you that have had trouble following it, I apologize. Again, we have put a thank you, AstroCore. We have put a Let's Watch up on on Achievement Hunter. So if you've missed anything from my playthrough thus far, which I'm sure you've missed all of it because I've been talking over everything. Thank you, Sarthane.
Yuri, an explosion just.
I saw it. Fist could have
You
the
can
whole
go watch
place
there,
wired.
and we'll talk
I'm
over it
sitting in a
there
bomb
too.
pit.
I'll make sure no one gets in their way.
Thank you, Dot. But at least you'll have 2 opportunities to not hear it. Thank you, Snyder.
I think that's all of them.
Alright. I think I'm still going up. There we go. Hey, Nate.
Clear, move up.
Who's your favorite Spider-Man actor?
Hey, guys.
Well, it's gotta
I
be
guess bombs are part of Willie's getaway plan.
the newest one. Tom
You go
Holland?
after
Is that his
them.
name?
We'll look for the bombs.
Honestly, yes. He's done a better job with it. He's just better suited to it, I think, than the previous two. Andrew Garfield was actually okay.
Evacuate the building.
First Spider-Man movie. It's real hard to watch Tobey Maguire.
I'll find them.
It doesn't hold up well. Back in the day, it was really amazing.
I'll lift you. When you're free, get out fast.
But if you try and rewatch Tom Holland, what's his name? If you try and watch Toby, it's rough nowadays. There we go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, Willie, coming your way.
Spider-Man, it's Yuri.
Hi, Yuri.
Doing, Captain?
Could be better.
She's the only one that calls me here, so it's weird that she keeps announcing it.
If Fist calls in a chopper, we have no one to stop it from landing.
Spider-Man, it's the only one that calls you on this number.
Why do I get
That
the
isn't
feeling
your
that's
mom.
what he was planning all along?
I mean,
He
ooh,
probably
Ant.
was. Damn. Yuri, giddy up.
Ah!
Get fast.
Thank you guys, Babe Fire.
We're trying.
Craptastic Day so much better than when it goes. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you liked it. Oh my god! Thank you, Oceana Blue Rose. If we enjoyed it, I did. Your $80 was well spent.
Don't you think?
I won't attempt any backflips because there is zero chance of me actually succeeding at a backflip. Even not in a Spider-Man costume, I don't think that would happen, so. Thank you, Shane. Smooth criminal. Ow! Thank you, Kayla. Glad to help. Whoops. Thank you, Ravager.
Bomb squad guys get through this.
The real question is, if you look on, and this is, I'm curious, because I can't be the only one that had this idea, but if you look on Twitch right now,
I've got enough for
how
everybody.
am I the only one with the thumbnail that is Spider-Man playing Spider-Man? I was curious if that would be the case. Also, I'm a little sad that my kids didn't get suckered by me being Spider-Man for at least a second. I really thought I'd had a chance at them being like, Spider-Man? Apparently they're way too savvy. I didn't realize I was raising such jaded children.
Clear. Must be
Thank you, Megan.
Hope they're okay.
That's true. Deadpool would definitely give bad advice. But yeah, I'm a little sad that there's only you streaming. I'm a little sad that I wasn't able to trick them for just a moment. Thank you, Timma, for the gifted subs to. That's really, really sweet. You know what? For that, we'll you know what? We'll do a couple for Oceana and for Nighthawk and for Anonymous and I'm going to miss some Dot and Timma. I'm sure there've been some other very generous people, but we'll do some more questions. Cool Guy number 6 asks, "Where do my missing socks go?" That's not really a question that leads to advice. More sort of an esoteric conversation about how the reality that we live in works. But I can give you advice on how to stop losing socks forever, if that helps you at all. 2,000 subs. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Thank you, Tesliano. Really, it's incredible. Thank you so much. I can't believe it's that high. I can disappoint so many people at the same time. More cooking streams. I do owe you a cooking stream already. That's coming. Anyway, how not to lose your socks. Very important. If you want to keep your socks forever, you gotta radio tag them. I mean, that's just the only way. You're gonna discover some things about the way that the world works that you're not gonna like. Basically, your socks are stolen by an evil sock conglomeration that they don't like it when their socks last too long, so they come and steal one at a time from your house. Now, they break in when you're not looking, usually at night, and if you got cameras, you can't catch them because they've got scramblers. And they start those, and then they break into your house, and they take one sock out of the pair because they want you to be able to kind of winnow it down. Like usually you get like 3 pairs or something, 3 to 8, depending on how they are. They wanted to take them one at a time. That way you could keep using the remaining. You know, you take the best ones and you put them together, and you maybe throw away one. If you follow them back to the source, you'll find that there's just a bunch of corporate fat cats, and they're just rolling around on a giant pile of single socks. It's really weird to look at. Allison asks, "How do I excel at a job interview so I guarantee to get the job?" Number one thing that people do wrong at job interviews is look competent. Nobody wants to hire someone that's going to make them look bad. What you got to do is you got to go in there and look really, really subpar. Just good enough to get the job, but barely. You want to make it look like you're just going to scratch by. Is Allison 0128. But yeah, you just want to just nick the edge of competency. That way they'll totally love it. They think that person is not going to steal my job anytime soon. Hire them on the spot. Let's get them in here. I'll never have to give them a raise. And then you show up and you do an amazing job and they're screwed. But you got your foot in the door already and it's too late. Anonymous question asker says, "What's the best way to disappear from this reality and become an anime video game protagonist?" Ooh, that's a hard one. Again, that's a weird quasi-advice situation. I don't know if it's advice exactly, more of a way the world works sort of thing. But if you want to escape this reality, there's really only one way to do it. And it's not the way you're thinking. See, on top of a mountain in the Himalayas, why there, I don't know, but you'll find a very specific site where a meteorite crashed about 4 million years ago. I know, a long time. And if you go to that, just as the sun sets on the 12th day of the 4th month, very specific, you can submerge your arms into the meteorite, which becomes semi-fluid, and it will suck you into an alternate reality. Now, I can't guarantee that you're going to end up as an anime protagonist. No one knows where you go. But that's your best shot. Anyone else that tells you different's lying. All right. Exylm, EXYLM, thank you, Creative Murder, asks, I think I need a hip replacement. I'm only 27. What would you recommend I do to avoid this happening? Well, it sounds like it's past time for you to get advice. If you already need the hip replacement, then any kind of advice in avoiding that is pretty much done. Now, if you want advice about where to go for a hip replacement, obviously the healthcare here is not great. I mean, it's the healthcare is great, but it's very expensive. It's very hard. I don't know if you're here in the U.S. or if you're abroad. What you want to do is pick one of those countries that has great nationalized healthcare, and you want to go over there and you want to pull like one of those, like, I fell down and busted my hip in your country, and so it's your fault. 100% your fault, for sure. Your country, because you didn't mark things. And they will get you a way better hip replacement than what you'd get domestically. Now, word of warning, because it's socialized medicine, there's a fair chance that they're just going to replace it with like chicken wire and like whatever the guys can find in the back. Especially in Canada, you may get like some chicken parts, maybe some like moose. They may just take a moose antler and just shove it in there. But at least it'll be a replacement and it'll be cheap. Gorthorbs says, my feet keep going numb. What am I to do? Great phrasing, by the way. I'll take a sip here before I continue. Thank you, Timma. All right. If any part of your body goes numb, that's just because the blood flow is really starting to get low. The only way to restore blood flow to an area is to beat it vigorously with anything you have at hand. So, for example, if you just happen to be sitting next to, I don't know, a brick, just start wailing on it. You'll feel something real soon, I promise. Thank you, Parenthetical Math. Oh my god, thank you, Alyssa, for the sub-explosion. 20 Tier 1 community subs. Goodness gracious, thank you so much. Oh, I'm talking so much, my throat's going. Oh, what a moment in life. Hitting such incredible sub-note numbers while dressed like in Spiderman. Whip. Oh, okay. And just to say thank you, we'll do another one. Puerto Rican Cake Mix asks, how do you propose to your significant other? I feel like we partially covered it already when talking about meat stuffs. But I always think you got to go big or go home. Because really, you're setting a bar here. And you want to set it... Well, I'm going to rescind the go big or go home. You're setting a bar with your proposal, and you really want to set it low. That way, every subsequent year, you can just eke the bar up just a little bit. You know? Just a little bit. You don't want to end up having to be like on your first anniversary and having to top going on a like transcontinental cruise and having it skywritten over the ship. You gotta just slide it right over the line. That's just like applying for a job, because that's what you're doing when you're getting married. You're just sliding over the line. So I'm thinking what you do, and this is a true story for how my stepfather proposed to my mother, is when you're on a family vacation, driving in the car for several hours, sorry to out my stepfather here, on a family vacation, driving the car for several hours with everybody in the car on the way out west, you just ask your long-term significant other if they'll marry you without any fanfare or ring. Just throw it out there while you're just driving down the road. So far it's really worked out for them. I don't know if it's good or bad, but hey, it happened. Thank you, Big Mac. Alright, I'm going to play a little bit more Spider-Man. Hey, we're up to number 14. We're really moving through that list. Page 1's almost down. Thank you, Zachary. Triangle. Hello, Bomb Squad.
You guys all right?
We were just
Thank
about
you,
to
Ellen.
Back up.
I think I'm it.
Lead the way. We'll be right behind you.
And again, remember,
Heads up, boss.
don't do anything that I recommended. Though, depending on your situation. Thank you, Judge. The proposal thing might work out because I at least have one data point where that did. But I still wouldn't recommend it exactly. Thank you, CJ.
With Fisk all along?
Look at this. I can barely look at it and still do it. It is way better if you have stuff.
Plan didn't work. On to plan B. Getting kicked.
Thank you, Hydro Lion. Alright. Thank you, Phantom Dust. Whoops. Hello. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, now you're all gooey. You don't like being all gooey, do you? Haha. Again? Thank you, Osaki. I'm not sure if we're still in the gifted subgroup or not.
Looks like some of your guys were on Fisk's payroll. Good news is they were
Thank
Willie's
you,
last line of
Imperasis.
defense. I'm right outside his office.
Take him down now.
Okay,
Pleasure.
that way, huh? My bad. Spider-Man went to the wrong door. Spider-Man doesn't pay a lot of attention sometimes. Thank you, Omni-Red. I gotta say, one of my favorite things about this, though, is the footies feel really nice. Thank you, Almighty Hail. It's just like, eh. Thank you, Spring Ivy. It's very
Writing your
comfortable.
memoirs? Don't forget the hyphen
Aw,
between
thank you,
Spider
Megan.
and Man.
Get the chopper ready. I won't be long.
Thank you, Glenn.
I'm surprised
I
you
could
made
work
it
out in this, I think, though.
But your foolishness ends now.
Thank you, Cronus.
You do know I can still see you, right?
8 years of this insolence.
One thing you'll say, I always thank you,
You shouldn't have.
Christine. I always mess it up. I can't stop. Whoops. Ow! That was so many bullets! Uh-oh. Thank you, Oceana Blue Rose!
Okay, now.
Thank you, Purple's me!
How is this happening?
What's wrong, Willie? You seem angry.
I will destroy
Dad did
you.
virtually the same thing. Yeah, Oceana, that's...
Take your best shot.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it works. Thank you, Purple! Thank you, Trix! Spider Eye,
You're
Spider
out of
Eye.
depth, boy.
Doing whatever a spider eye can. Can he swing from a web? I don't think so. I don't think he can. Spider eye. Thank you, Bree. Whoops.
Be an opening.
You'll
One of the
uselessly as you
totally Nick's fault, but thank you, Almighty Hail. There are many renditions of Hero by Chad Kroger in our Let's Watch series. So, if you're a fan of Chad Kroger, boy, will you be pleased. Thank you, Prolia.
I haven't even started trying.
Ow. I've got to swing from a web. How do I do that? Thank you, Garcia. I have no webs from which to swing.
You are everything.
That great harmony. Oh, did we pull it off? Thank you, Arcane.
I was gonna say the same to you.
You know what to do, man. Surround him.
Oh, I'm glad they filled that in. You know what to do. Surround him.
Engage.
Whoa, so many. Thank you, Dai Kaiju. Damn it. Leave me alone for a minute. Ow, stop with the sidekicks. Oh, I just got sidekicked by a sidekick. God, what a world we live in. Thank you, Kitty Minx.
He's too fast. I don't want excuses. What do I pay you for?
I don't know. I didn't know you paid him at all. I assume. Thank you, Naughty Bridge.
No, I can handle myself.
Whoa! Ow! Eating his cereal. Thank you, Johnny Adams. Ooh.
Tiresome annoyance.
Hang in there. It'll be over soon.
Where are the reinforcements?
Thank you, Miri. Woo! Excuse me. Thank you, CD Star. Whoops. Dodged a little early. Thank you, one life, please. Thank you, Reformed Rogue. Spider-Man. Just got me. I almost forgot what buttons that was. Thank you, Shane. They moved to the family they were driving off. Whoa. And thank you, Bree. I'm sorry I didn't make it to PAX West 2. I really wanted to. I'm really sorry. Its achievement hunter travel has really gotten crazy. We're not even close to done with it either, so thank you, here I am. All the times when I would have been away to do that sort of thing, I ended up going to other sweatier places.
Finally off
Yeah, all these people are dead or handicapped for life. No, he pulls his punches.
If you
Don't
think this will be more than a minor...
pay any attention to the fact that they fly across
Gotta go. Hey, good luck, Willie.
Hey,
I have a
Oceana.
feeling you're gonna need it.
Small wedding in their house.
I'm the one who kept order in this
That's fair.
city. 1 month! In 1 month you'll wish you had me back!
The Kingpin is heading to prison.
Since
And
that
in
scene's
there,
over,
I feel like I should celebrate.
we'll let him finish talking, and then
Take
I'll
a
do another
vacation.
bad advice. Alright. Are you done talking, Spider-Man? Play Fox. Okay, I got a skill point. Thank you, Stefan, is I sincere. Play Fox asks, every day I struggle because of a 5'4" loud and obnoxious toddler. What do I do to make him stop? Alright, so if it's 5'4", then we're not really talking about toddler so much as either a larger child, thank you, Outlander, or an adult. Really, probably an adult is 5'4". Could be Jeremy. I'm Stay back, monster. Let me refocus here, though. You struggle because of a 5'4", loud and obnoxious toddler. What do I do to make him stop? There's a lot of details that go into this. There you go, Marty Hale. But, in general, the best way to get any toddler to settle down... I feel this is dangerous. Thank you, Cam Cox. I'm scared of saying things about actual human or babies because I've already prefaced all of this as like it's terrible advice, and that you should never ever do any of the things that I say, because that's important. It's important that you never do any of the things that I say. It's very important that you never do any of the things that I say ever, ever, ever. But thank you, Haim. I'll just go a different way with it then. You know what? I'll make it okay. You know what toddlers respond to the most is shiny things and pretty colors. So what you want to do is you want to fully immerse them in that. They're like goldfish. If you just put them in a room where every wall has a TV on it, and that there's a ball that just bounces from TV to TV all the way around the room. Think of the screensavers they used to have on like DVD players and things, where it's just always gonna hit the corner but doesn't quite. You want to just have that going around them all the time, and that what you'll get there is, and that toddler will just stay in that room and just spin in circles all day long, just chasing the ball. You know, toddlers are basically idiots. They'll just chase things. It's like a dog with a tail, just like, oh, there it is, there it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. So just make sure that you got shiny things just happening all the time, and you're in good shape. Art331 asks, I'm trying to stream, my children won't go to bed. What do I do? Man, if I figured that out, I'll tell you. I swear. I even tried dressing up as Spider-Man one time. They just thought it was funny and took advantage of my inability to see. Nothing. I didn't get one moment of joy. Not my kids going like, oh my god, my dad's Spider-Man. I gotta be honest, I held out hope a little bit right in here. Just that they would go, oh my god, what if my dad is Spider-Man? Just for a second, just like, what if? But no, it's my children are totally jaded. I don't know how I turned this around to start talking about me, but if you have children like mine, they won't believe you're Spider-Man either. So, just let that dream die. Thank you, Megan. And then one more, Blank asks, how do you tell somebody you don't like them without being rude? Oh, that's... Well, as a general rule, the ruder you are, the better. But, in the rare occasion where you want to do it and maybe not sever ties, maybe, you know, as you should, you're dating someone that you work with, especially if it's, say, your manager, which I highly recommend because that's a great way to climb the corporate ladder. But, if you're trying to stay on good terms with somebody, thank you, DoomQ. What you want to do is really let them down easy. So, first of all, you got to start talking about why everyone else around you is better than dating you. Give reasons, like long lists of reasons why say you set up a dating profile for them, and you get a whole bunch of different resumes in. You really go over the people, and then you find the perfect match for them, and then you just start talking up that person. Like, I have this friend who would just be amazing for you. We're like, I know, I feel like I'm holding you back from the true love that you should be enjoying, because I am just cold and dead inside, but this person loves everything that you love and will love you for it. And just keep talking them up, and then slowly what you do is you introduce them into the situation, kind of menage a trois-esque, but you start backing out at the same time. I wouldn't recommend going all the way to menage a trois, because then that just makes it complicated. But you just bring them in, and then slowly what you do is you turn them from the third wheel, and then you transfer the third wheel to you. And then you just kind of roll out while they become the one in the relationship, and you're out of there. Thank you, Kayla Marie. And if that doesn't work, you just you pretend like you're walking forward, and you just... There you go. They buy it every time. You step over that thing, good. Alright. Whee! Okay. Point launch, got it. Let me do it. Stop tutorializing me. Hey, Kayla.
Parker, where are you? The committee will be here soon. You need to run an equipment check.
I'm almost there. Blocks away.
Guess I'll just do it myself.
No, don't. It's not safe.
Why is it not safe for the doctor to do it without you?
I'm
a little confused about that.
But sometimes it gets him into trouble. Better get there before he hurts himself.
What? It's like Dr. Octavius is an idiot in this game. Like, oh, I better get there before he blows it all up on himself. Hey, Ice Babes Fire! Woo. That's how I ended up with my fiance. Alright, so sometimes there are these... Not saying that these bad advice situations haven't happened. Just that sometimes they're not really the ideal way for it to have happened. Oh, this game is so good. There's a backpack under there. I know there is. Can I get it now? I bet I can't. Yeah, they haven't spawned yet. Okay, let me go. Release me! I want a spider swing. Alright. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Trying not to make the same spider jokes. Thank you, Megan. Look. If you want to try integrating that, go for it. I'm
sorry, I'm late.
I suspect that that's gonna make it more complicated for you on the trying to get out. Ominous foreshadowing, maybe. I don't know if that happens in this game.
You started without me.
The grant committee's director will be here soon. It's fine, Parker. I invented this equipment. I think I can handle it.
I don't believe you. See? I was correct. Hey guys, by fire. We were dating the same girl, then she disappeared.
Man.
That is very unusual.
Maybe we should
Ice
abort.
Babe.
Not yet.
Hold on!
You're bonded over your shared confusion as to where she went. Hey, JJ.
Dr. Octavius.
Fall around the corner,
okay?
cut me on some trouble with leaves. No matter
Another
how much-
setback.
Let's go foliage. Thanks, Psychopath. In the future, you seem to know what's going to happen next. Speaking from the future, I always speak from the future. I live 3 seconds ahead of the current time frame. It's not a useful amount, but just enough to not be
anyone
useful.
hurt?
No, it
This
was
is
all
all
my
it
fault.
is.
The energy levels exceeded our expectations. From a certain viewpoint, that's a very positive development.
It doesn't smell very positive.
I'm pretty sure
I
this,
assure you,
this
in the
lab
next
smells
phase.
like
Let's not
old
get ahead
man
of
butt.
ourselves.
And
Is there
smoke.
somewhere else we can discuss
Thank you, Jessica.
this?
Maybe you should take the
Orange
rest of the day off,
property.
Peter.
Heh.
But we'll talk later.
Otto knows what to do to accessorize with the right belt.
That was a
Thanks,
disaster.
guy.
How could the dampener have failed? I know Doc said...
I do get the reference enough to do a single mistake. That's Galaxy Quest. The Omega 13 device. Thank you, Edgeless Pigeon.
You are in bad shape, little guy.
Okay, let me fix
See
it.
what's wrong with you.
Time to do a puzzle thing too. Oh my god, thank you, Bree! I hope I can get up to there to Seattle pretty soon, actually.
Circuit burned out. Damn it.
I don't think we have any immediate achievement hunter plans in that area, unfortunately. Thank you, Megan. Hitchhiker's Guide to the that's you say that like it's a good thing, Megan, but the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy movie was not great. No bueno. Está no bien.
Okay, need to reroute servo control.
Yes, I need to reroute the servo control. Is a thing that I should do. Because he said to. Nope, don't have another one of those, but I do have one of these. I've got one of those. Boop, 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 boop. Oh my god! Thank you, Alyssa!
Okay, what next?
I'm glad you could be here.
And now rebalance the voltage.
Teach me how to do all the things in the game. I don't know if that's the right voltage. I wasn't paying attention. Nope. I am up by 1. Oops. Thank you, Pack Monster. BBC Minis Hitchhiker's Guide was so much better. I haven't seen that one, so that's good to hear. Wait a minute. There we go. I don't have another one. Actual voltage, I need a target of 3. Okay. So I need to replace this one other thing. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. There we go.
Finished.
I was reading it backwards. Success! 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 Suck it, Doc Ock.
Let's see if that worked.
And they say that a hero can move it. Look at that arm go away. Flex. Yes, work the delts. Work the triceps. Deltoids aren't in your arm.
Doc's been testing
I
new
don't think.
materials for the prosthetics. He asked me to review his work if I had time.
I don't
Might as well
know
dig in now.
muscles. Thank you, Nix. You work your way through Louisiana, come to southern Louisiana, try some authentic Cajun Creole food. Courtney, thank you. We had some actually. We've had. Okay, please go away, screen. Oh, thank you. We every time we do one of the shoots, we have catering come in, and so we had red beans and rice served in a giant, like industrial paint bucket. Or the kind that they also would use for like plaster and
I
things.
just tell Doc to keep looking for other materials.
And then we had some catfish that was really good. This shit is actual chemistry stuff, kinda.
All right.
I mean, spectrograph is actually a thing.
Doc even more.
I used to have to do that when I was working at the company that built and maintained pools. We have to. That's one of the ways you would test the water samples for chlorine, is to pass in for algae and stuff. Thank you, Cracked Lego. Was that a Creed song? No, it wasn't a Creed song. It was a play on Hero by Chad Kroeger or Nickelback. I forget. I think it was billed as just Chad Kroeger. But it was the theme song from the original Spider-Man movie.
Spider-Man, it's Yuri.
Thank you, Outlander.
Make it to Rikers yet?
Not Rikers. Our boy qualifies for the VIP.
Oh no, nobody else knew.
He's in the raft.
They'll know tomorrow.
Joining Scorpion, Electro, and the rest. Fisk should be honored. That's a steam company.
Can you swing by the precinct? Got an issue that could benefit from your unique skill set.
For you, you're
Hey, USC fan.
I'm on my way.
I did go to work today, though. Whoa, it was rough, too, because we were shooting...
Looks like Jameson's got a new episode out.
Oh,
What
man.
my #1 fan thinks about the Fisk takedown.
We were shooting Achievement Hunter last night on location until...
Just a Facts with J. Jonah Jameson, where
I got back to
the issues
the
affecting our city with Pulitzer Prize winning
hotel I was staying at.
two-time Pulitzer Prize winning former publisher of the Daily Bugle.
And then I had to come in... I think I was at work by 10:30. And it was about an hour away from...
Within 24 hours of our broadcast,
work was about an hour from where I was staying, so...
at no extra charge.
It was a late night.
Don't ask, not gonna get it.
It was Chad Kroeger. Chad Kroeger is one of the lead singer of Nickelback. I don't know how that all went down.
You don't even know about. Let's dive right into the calls. Speak.
Okay, so not for nothing. You gotta give Spider-Man
But not for nothing. That's a good New Yorkism, right? Hey, not for nothing, but...
Is that right? Tell me, are you a police officer?
First Loco Jeremy. Is Jeremy for Locoing tonight? Chad Kroeger is featured in the song by
Now that you quit
Saliva.
smoking, what do you tell
Thank you,
people
Fire
when you
Kid.
come up here?
That I
No,
need a
Archie,
break
how's it
from
feel
their
to be
crap.
late every day to age because you have to say New York from home?
Fair enough.
Well, there's a lot of
How'd you
commuting.
Update to the policeman's
you know,
call.
You got a black and
getting
white
to
suit.
New York, swinging around, stopping crime, and then
Snowball this year
flying
anyway.
back to Austin.
We
But at
spent
least there's
too
a
much
direct
integrating
flight.
Oscorp surveillance
I don't get to go in the
Worth it
plane
though,
because
right?
it's expensive.
It was.
So I just kind of like
Till an
fly
hour ago.
under it. I'm attached to the bottom.
Citywide. Every tower.
How?
They tell me someone sabotaged the central server, and now all the towers are offline.
Thank you, Creative Murmur.
Inside job?
Maybe. I'll figure it out later. Right now, we
Aw.
need to get the towers back online. Fast.
And you
I'm glad
called
you enjoyed
me?
them.
Aw, that's sweet.
I called someone I could trust. Plus, the signals
Hey,
are
Dot.
scrambled, and we have no idea how to fix it.
Oh, thank you, Dot. You're the best.
I love a challenge.
You break it, you buy it.
I thought you trusted me.
Thank you, Nix. Was the costume worth the money?
Let's take a look at this.
That's not really a question for me. Do you guys think that this was dumb?
Input bands have been shifted. Subtle.
Thank you, Music Loving Swimmer. It's okay. It's okay. You see, yes, there's some yeses in there. That's fine.
We just had a tower come back online.
It's but
Not just pretty mask, huh?
it's okay if it's dumb
You did.
and you
Any chance
enjoy
could
it.
do it to the
Thank you,
other
Darter.
towers?
Sure, but just so
Someone
you
the
know,
other day
I
that
had
you
to
would
sync up with the
enjoy.
tower to fix it.
One with
I'm
City
seeing all
Figures.
crime data in the area now. Looks like there's a break-in happening near me.
Great. I've got units nearby.
Yes,
Don't
I drink
bother.
things that
I'm
aren't
honest.
Diet Coke. I swear. Thank you, Caleb.
Do it.
I don't even know that I integrated the suit well into the stream. Also, the mask isn't removable. It's just part of the thing, so I can't even, like, pull it off. It's just got I have, like, a spider scarf.
Sure these guys didn't
now.
forget their keys.
Everybody rush!
Thank you, Teska. You need to wear the mask for us to get full spider experience. I don't even think I could get it back on right now if I wanted to. Oh, now I've got the Tobey Maguire, like, emo hair. Hey, JJ. It's hard under the suit. I can't. Thank you, Gory. Currently drunk. That doesn't surprise me. I don't think I can get. Ah! You saw how hard it was to get it off. I can just. I can't. I don't think I can. Thank you, Sandman Evil. I can't. I can't. I feel like it's a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde thing where it's like. Oh boy! Oh boy! I pulled it up to try and get more room for my head, and that went straight up the crack. Hello. Alright. Right down Main Street. It's gonna rip. Oh god, my ears. Where's my face? Oh. Wait a minute. What's wrong here? There we go. Why have I done this? This was dumb. Thank you, JJ. Oh. Oh. Good. Oh. Ow. Let's put my hair up in there. Ow. Oh. Okay, there we go. Spider-Man. Thank you, Cody. Thank you, JJ. Radioactive spider wedgie. Oh, it went right up there. Thank you, big. Just let's go with big. Oh boy, I feel like to get the money's worth out of the suit, though, you got to put it on occasionally. You'd think that all of my beard hair would really kind of lock it in place. It doesn't. Thank you, Limelight. Thank you, Kayla. That's true. It was I forgot how difficult it was to remove. Thanks for reminding me that I'm now stuck in this. Alright, let's do some more bad advice. Because as Spider-Man, I feel I'm sort of obligated. Really moving through these. Oh, they AWOL thawed. What did you say? You said heart. Oh. Thank you, Cody. Alright. Aaron asks, how do I stop my flatmates from stealing my chicken stock cubes? Oh. I think there's a well-known RT short that really gives you the answer to that. All you need to do is sub them out for other things occasionally. That'll really throw them off the scent. Thank you, Roscoe Mac. I don't advise poison, because that's what they did in the short, and, well, everyone ended up dead. Spoiler alert. But, if you want to sub them out for other things, like, say, like, say, sulfur cubes, or, what tastes terrible? Or just concentrated fart. Which is basically sulfur, right? That'll really stop them from using those. Thanks, Sorcerer. I don't know exactly how you concentrate fart into a cube, but if anyone knows, it's probably Jeff Ramsey. That man has been a font of ass for several days now. Thank you, Baby Gary and Lady Arya. Small tough to very... I can't... Is there one? Yeah. I'm afraid to zip it up any further because it zips the hair into there. And you don't want to get the pork above the beans. That's a reference that most of you probably don't get. AWOL Thought says, so I'm a fan living in Austin that due to work can't go to RTX. How should I beg off work at the post office to get to the next one? So, I feel like that's a question that shouldn't get bad advice. Maybe you should just wait for the post office to, completely go out of business because we've stopped funding it federally. And then you won't have to worry about it. That's not a political statement. That's kind of... The U.S. mail system's in real trouble. The Ace asks, how do I keep myself and my house safe against robbers, murderers, and other criminals? Don't you worry about that. That's what Spider-Man's for. But, if you did have to worry about it, if you've ever seen Home Alone, you know the value of a good set of traps, especially the paint cans on strings. Now, you may have some problems where there's some liability issues anytime anyone comes to your house. Don't worry about that. The insurance can cover it. Just make sure you got great coverage. But I highly recommend the paint can traps, the heated doorknobs, and fully automated turrets. I know he didn't have those in the movie, but boy do they work great. And if they occasionally mistake someone walking by letting their dog shit on your lawn as an intruder, that's another problem gone. Thank you, Saw Wimball. How do I introduce my significant parents so my parents like my significant other? I'm trying to work down the list, so if you're asking other questions outside of that, I'm sorry, but I don't know either when you cheer and ask a question if you're asking for like actual advice or if you're asking for bad advice. So it's, if you want your parents to like your significant other, just wrap them in bacon when you introduce them. That would work for me. How can I make my last year of high school as memorable as possible? Stegosaurus asks. Well, no one remembers their last year of high school quite as well as the people that live it to their fullest. So, I think it's important that you really experience every trope that you've ever seen in a movie. Be the nerd, be the jock, be the athlete. That's the same thing as jock. Thank you, Blood Wolf. But just get all of it out. Fall in love, fall out of love, betray someone. Like emotionally, not like physically. Thank you, Dire Mist. Do the entire spectrum of high school things. If you can find it in a TV show or movie, you do it. Get stuck in detention, make some friends and form lifelong bonds. Break lifelong bonds. Get into awkward social situations. Go to parties. Be the one that has to bring the beer and get a fake ID. And then go on an epic quest where you try and get the beer. And then you don't end up getting the beer, but you really find yourself. That's what you should do to finish off high school like best you can do. Thank you, Teska Cody. That's not 100% bad advice either. Well, the last part. Breaking lifelong bonds. Senior... Wait, is it Senior or Senor Pickle? Anyway, Senior Pickle says, all 79 of my pickles are old. Please send help. They're getting angry. There's no advice I can give you for that situation. Once again, other than don't wear masks like this because it's very hard to breathe, and if you talk a lot, it gets real wet and sweaty right around the lip area, which is right here. And I'm just going to stroke my lips for a minute to make it a little awkward. Yeah, you like that, don't you? I'll do it into the mic. It's ASMR. I don't know if you can hear it. Can you hear it when I just stroke them? There we go. Yep. Did I mention I didn't sleep a lot last night? So I'm doing this on top of being sleep crazy. Thank you, Kayla. Shit, I can't read. Oh, right, your pickles. Pickles are already old cucumbers. They're just better pickles. It's like cheese. You're in good space. Thanks, Sin Sparrow. I think all that means is you can charge more for them. Anonymous question. I've been drinking copious amounts of Diet Coke for years. I'm thinking of switching to Diet Pepsi or Diet Mountain Dew. Thoughts? You're a terrible person. And I will give you no bad advice because you've already given yourself the worst advice you could give. Switching away from Diet Coke is tantamount to betraying life. Thank you, Benny Maj. Let's see. What do we got here? Senior Pickle returns with, they just stole my fridge. Thanks for the update, Senior Pickle. I think your problems are over, though. They're on the lam, and they're someone else's problem now. Too Shy Shy says, what's the least suspicious way to get my friends to get into my trunk? That's easy. Thanks, Skybolt. What you want to do is just lead them in there with a trail of goldfish. Not the swimming kind, the cracker kind, because no one can resist those. They're crunchy, and they taste kind of like cheddar if you forgot what cheddar tastes like. Did I mention they're crunchy? Thanks, Darter. I don't know what anybody said. Ow, this is starting to hurt my chin here. Pickles is a mushroom. Mushroom. Pickles the mushroom. Oh, that kind of pickles. What? Oh, different pickles. Thank you, War Wizard. Opinions on Coke Zero. It's not Diet Coke. That's my opinion. Actually, no, that's a fact. My opinion is that it's sad that it's not Diet Coke. Thank you, Sophia. I'm glad I could help. Ace Commander says, dealing with IKEA. That's again not in the form of a question. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, the judges say you didn't form it in the oh my god, in the form of a question. Thank you, Blood Wolf. But bad advice for dealing with IKEA, well, look, it's bad advice going to IKEA. There's no really bad way to deal with an IKEA because you're already in a shit show. At least, that's just one humble spider's opinion. Thank you, Ferlin. The greatest, dumbest, nerdiest thing ever. That's what I was aiming for. And thank you, Blood Wolf, who managed to catch stream. It's so much pain, my God. Oh, I hope you're not. I hope your pain gets better. Thank you, Eldritch. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Jennifer says, "How do taxes work?" I don't. Did we vet these questions at all? That's not a question. Well, it is a question, but it's not something that's an explanation. That's not. I don't give you advice on how do things work. Taxes are God's punishment for success. At least that's what conservatives believe. If you're more on the liberal side, then it's how we get things like roads, schools, and every service that you don't want to pay for yourself directly out of pocket. But hey, tax advice, really, again, it's very topical, but as much, I wouldn't see these people, these money people, they're always getting in trouble right now for squirreling money away in the Caymans or offshore. You got to bury it all in your backyard. And you got to leave no paper trail. So, first of all, never work anywhere. Thank you, Brofister. Never work anywhere that makes you sign for a W-2. That's your first mistake. That's how the man finds you and demands their money. Right? So, no W-2s, no W-4s. If there's paperwork involved, you're doing it wrong. Thank you, Oceana. We all need adult help. Then, make sure all money under the table. Under the table, stays under the table. Buried under the table. Deep under the table. Thank you, lazy blue guy. As deep under the table as you can get. In fact, if you pop out the other side of the earth, you're getting close. So, stash all your money in the ground. Pay for everything in cash. Don't let the banks find you. Burn your Social Security card. And set the world on fire. I got a little off track there. Thank you, wise guy. Thank you all. Thank you, Thod. Thank you, JJ. Duct tape to the bottom of the table. No. Not far enough under. Crockett asks, girls seem to avoid me no matter what I do. What should I do to woo them? I'm glad you brought this to me. Crockett. No one's better to answer that than Spider-Man. He's had a history of amazingly successful relationships where nothing bad ever happened. What you don't want to do is let them anywhere near a bridge. Thank you, Bergie. Apologies to any fans of Gwen Stacy. Well, if I've learned anything about women over my many years on this planet, thank you, Hounds of War, is that we're gotten into a day and age when they don't want an aggressive, strong, like, come on line, right? That's trouble these days. That'll get you into, like, Me Too territory. What you want to do? Thank you, Aya-chan. What did you come into? It's hard to say, really. What you want to do, though, is go super beta. Just pretend that you're a bath mat. And be as pliable and soft and just as completely neutral. What you're aiming for there is the friend zone, because that's the strong play. What you want to do is just wait them out. Slide into that friend zone. Go deep into the friend zone. Make it, just accept that into your heart. And then, once they're completely done with all the guys of the world that are like, you're still there. And you got the inroad. No problems. That's how it always works, right? The friend zone guy is the one they go home with. Please remember, there's really no good advice there in either direction, because sometimes you can take bad advice as like the contrary of the good advice. I'm not even on the map with any of that. Nothing in that even remotely approached a positive or negative bit of the truth. Garfield asks, how to save money? Question. Thank you, Tracking Gowan. I feel like we kind of covered that in the bury everything under your table session earlier, but I guess if you're looking for additional ways to save money, here's what you want to do. Find something that you do repetitively. Say, go into the bathroom. Thank you, Top Snare. Good night. And thank you, A Clockwork L'Orange. Strange. Find something that you do repetitively, like going to the bathroom, you know, something you do multiple times a day. Drinking, getting a drink, eating food. And every time you do that, you take $1 and roll it up and just shove it up your pooper. You'll find that not only does it save you water because you don't go to the bathroom nearly as often as you used to, but at the end of the day, you got at least $3 or $4 shoved up your pooper where you're not going to use them. You have no desire to spend that $1 or see it again. But you should get it back. Good luck. Ravenpuff Game says, how do I make my brain do the thing so I can actually write and not just sit and stare at my computer for 3 hours until I hate everything and life sucks? Thank you, Kayla. Got distracted there for a second. Until you hate everything and life sucks. Well, here's the thing. Being in that mindset is exactly where you need to be as a writer. If things are great, you're not a good writer. You gotta be a real shit into the stick to write anything of consequence in art. That's what we've learned from all the great writers, right? Look at Edgar Allan Poe. His life was completely shit. So, you're in a perfect spot if you think everything's terrible. In fact, you should just take it to the next step. Give away all your money, pick a bridge, and just live under it for a while. As soon as you start getting scurvy, that's the zone you want to be in. Creativity will flow. Thank you, Asking Yo Mama. I may have to take this off to breathe some more. But it's a struggle to remove the mask. Also, I would like to drink some liquids. But I can't. I can't get it in. It doesn't work. Oh, I'm getting a little bit. And I think it's mainly spit that is accumulated on the inside of the mask. Ah. Oh no, it's fogged up the lenses. I can't see anything. Shit. I can't. It's on the inside. Thanks, whoever that was. I didn't even know this could fog. I should have spit in the mask. Okay, I got it. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna have to wedgie it again. Okay, here we go. Oh boy, yeah, that's there. Okay. Oh, but it comes off so much easier. Oh, now you see monkeys in space. Oh. Oh God, the sweet feeling of air. Thank you, JJ. Oh. Spider-Man didn't do anything weird while I was gone, did he? He didn't, like, touch my stuff. Oh. Thank you, Megan. Okay, now I get this Diet Coke. I'm rewarded. Oh, give it to me. Oh, you're right. There was no hat under there. Spider-Man's been living kind of rough. Thank you, MJ. He did try and drink my Diet Coke through that thing. It didn't work out for him, I imagine. Thank you, Kayla. Oh. Thank you, T-Rex. Thank you, Megan. This is Spider Dad, I guess. Spider Dad has the... Oh, and it's been all over. I've definitely got the emo thing going on at the moment. This is the Tobey Maguire cosplay segment where I'm just... He had that, like... I gotta move this thing. That's right, I was gonna put that. I haven't gotten into the public. But he had that Tobey Maguire had that segment where he was just like, and all the girls were like, ick. Thank you, MDK. Thank you, Oceana. Thank you, Gonstallure. The feeling is how I felt wearing my Jeremy duct tape to the wall cosplay. That was a weird choice, Katie. Thank you, Jack Marr. Pretty bad abscess under a molar and around the tower where you got your abscess experience. You can get her to the dentist. Jack Marr, honestly, is again, that's not a bad advice thing. That's just like someone asking for something going on in their life. Abscesses are really annoying, but I've never really had to deal with them more than just they're annoying, and then eventually they rupture, I guess, and then it drains and it's fine. Thank you, Nate. There you do the clap followed by the body roll. We did. Oh, we did the. And then like there's some thrusting going on, right? Is that what you're talking about? Thank you, Christina. I'm glad that you both approve. Do it. Oh god. Some minor thrusting? I don't remember how it looks. I may have to bring it up to actually see it. Remember we did. what do I Google to find this? Toby Maguire. It's very hard to type with these. Thank you, Nightmare Silence. And Hakume. Toby Maguire. Dance. Scene. He's doing the walk. It's just like that. There's a lot of... Wait, there you guys, babe. He's doing a lot of this. Full screen. God, no. Like, I'm waiting for the... He did like a... Ha! Wait, no, he goes into the store and gets the suit on. Like his actual suit. And then he comes out and starts doing it. Here he comes. Hang on, I'm getting to that point in the thing. I don't know if you can hear it or not. It may be actually playing. Oh, wow. I don't... It's not minor thrusting. That is not minor thrusting at all. There's a th, and then he... It is not minor thrusting. That is the worst scene in any Spider-Man movie ever made. Oh, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. There's already enough of that on the internet. I refuse to contribute more. Hey, Brofister. I got a nothing. I got a hell no. That's like that's 2018 Extra Life stretch goal material is what that is. Thank you, Cody. My only major thrust. Look, it's you go all the way or don't go at all.
Okay, wrapped up.
Thanks for that. Now I'm seeing.
All right, put it on the list. It'll be. I will recreate the entire scene.
Your favorite tough but lovable
Spider Cop.
Too much detective is in town.
What? No. You promised you wouldn't do that any.
Spider Cop.
Hey, yeah.
Please no.
More dancing. Oh.
You're the snitch.
Back off, creep.
I will recreate the entire scene.
The one.
I said back off.
For Extra Life.
Leave me alone.
I think he does it. He starts in a suit.
Don't touch me.
Get away from her.
Maybe we can make this a bigger thing. Where we make this maybe. I'll talk to Jack. Maybe we can get this as not just because I feel like a lot of people would enjoy this thing. And we've been talking about having goals that we can do conceivably, like, on the stream for Extra Life. And it would be kind of interesting to have like, not just me doing it, but imagine more than just me doing it. Imagine a whole, like, line dance of Tobey Maguire dancers for the kids. I'm not saying it'll happen. I'm not saying it. But it might. Thank you, JJ.
Walk away now, or she's dead.
Let me go!
I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do. If they won't do it, then I'll still do it. But, hey, Kayla. But if I can get everybody on board, or at least more people on board,
all clear, ma'am.
Then we'll
I knew Jameson was wrong about
we'll put
you.
that on the list.
You're a little
Flash
weird,
mob spider
but
dance.
You
There
got a
you go.
good heart.
Have you got somewhere to go?
I can take care of myself.
For the kids. Trevor will do it, I know.
I'm sure you
Alfredo
can,
will do it.
but
You're
just in
absolutely
case,
right. Trevor and
there's a
Alfredo
place
will
called the
do
Feast
it.
Center.
They will be there
I
for
don't
it.
want charity.
They got the best
Jeremy's
cakes
a
in the
hard
city,
maybe.
hands down.
Thank you, Stutz.
Mom used to make those
You can use it on the musical?
had
Not
any.
that I have.
a long time.
Hey, Rebel Alex.
I'll check it out.
Good night.
Thanks.
They will do anything.
Spider
Oh,
guy.
it's still playing. I didn't realize that. Sorry. I don't know if
Spider
you've been able to
man.
hear that.
Oh, well.
I don't think Gavin
Should be able to
but
spot the
maybe.
next tower from up there.
I don't think so, though. Thank you, Rebel Alex. I wouldn't get your hopes up on that. But I bet you anything I can get Trevor and Alfredo to do it.
From his elevated position, Spider Cop spies his destination.
Hey, Yoshiana.
Surveillance tower.
Are you narrating
Where's Suits for
yourself?
though? Yeah, I mean, yeah, well, we can
course
we can
not.
do. He does the
Never
major
did
thrusting part of it in
understand
Suits.
Spider Cop. Thought
I
he
feel
was
like
a
that
loose
part
cannon.
Already regretting this.
we would just not do the costume change and just do the suit part. Lindsay would definitely do it too. You're
I
right.
can modify these towers to track.
Lindsay
more
would
than
be
just
all over it.
crimes.
And Jack will do it probably just because of Extra Life. You put things in those terms, and he'll say yes to a lot more.
Score. Towers are picking up all kinds of RFID
I feel like that would be a
signals
really
now.
good one to put on there
Ooh,
because
nearby.
we could deliver on
What
it.
is that?
Like, we hit it on the stream, we do it on the stream, done. Knock it out. What is happening right there? Ooh, it was clipping into the thing. Oh, look at that. Alright, now. This game is amazing. It looks beautiful. Everything I've seen in this game so far has been absolutely stunning. I think they 100% nailed the look of this game. Especially, like, right now I'm in the shittiest spider suit possible. You start unlocking more suits. Every one of them is absolutely stunning. You got a PS4 coming, JJ. This game did it. It should. It's beautiful. I will point out right now, what you're seeing right here, and I only point this out because it's really fascinating for people that like to know how things work. So the reason you're seeing some flickering there, right? Let me select me. Okay. Right here. The flickering you're seeing going on in this piece of geometry is because they've got overlapping geometry sitting on top of each other. So the piece that's the slanted piece on the front, the piece on the back, and then the other slanted piece. Those are all, instead of making one piece of geometry that is just uniform, they made several pieces of geometry, and they probably did that because it's animated, where at some point it opens and then folds back into itself. But the downside of that is, no matter how perfectly you set it on top of it, when you have it running in a game engine, or even if you're just rendering it, we had this kind of thing happen all the time in RVB. But if you have geometry sitting on top of each other, the textures pop like this. It's just going to happen. So it's not necessarily... I've been covering the mini-map the whole time. It's not necessarily a bad thing to do. I mean, obviously, there's several situations where it's exactly the right thing to do. But that's what it's going to cause. Sorry, I don't know if that was a boring bit of minutia, but that's what happens when you have overlapping geometry in a game or in a render setting. Anytime, even in thank you, Caleb. I keep, again, at some point I promise I'll do an animation stream. I'd say we make that another stretch goal, but I mean, I already want to do it, so it's not like I don't feel like you're incented to need to have me do it as a stretch goal. Alright, I'm supposed to be getting this backpack. The Spider-Man just leaves crap all over the city. Hey, Giraffe Panda. My dog, Maya's fine. It stopped thundering, so she's totally fine. And Laurie is home, so she's definitely just over there. If she's still scared at all, she's sitting on. Hey, Sorcerer.
Wow.
Yes.
My old backpacks from high school.
We are going to have the Vagabond stream, stretch goal, and the cooking stream. I believe those are the last two after this one that I haven't done. And I will get them in before Extra Life in November.
Wonder how many of these are scattered around the city.
That was why I was doing the Bad Advice stream, was we originally, for those of you that weren't here for that, one of the bits that I used to do on the stream, which I'm not sure that Twitch is cool with now. They released some new guidelines. Hey, Nissa. I'm glad you enjoy it. It was called Bad Sex Advice, and what I would do is people would feed me a prompt for
Part spider.
Just like give me a word or a description, and I would describe what that is as a sex act, essentially. Usually they would take the safe word. They would have a safe word for, and I would use that safe word to describe a improbable and is anatomically impossible act as I could come up with. And so originally that was going to be, we were going to have a whole stream of that, but I'm not clear on whether Twitch is cool with that. Which is why we ended up just doing a Bad Advice stream.
Spider-Man! Shoot him!
Hey, you're not the Avengers. See, it's a movie reference. I saw the movie. Whoops, excuse me. Anybody else? Oh, you. Whoops. Ow! Pistol whip me. My PS4 is making some very loud noises. So there may be some elements of that in.
If you work this hard at a legit job, you wouldn't need to be
I just went
criminal.
under the world. I think there may be some questions here eventually that harken back to those days a bit, but for the most part, I'm afraid of being Twitch banned, so. I think I somehow broke this car while I ripped the door off there.
I'm gonna repair the last Chinatown tower now.
Don't you mean Spider Cop's gonna repair it?
Went under the world temporarily. That's the first time
Policing's
I've
a
seen
young
that.
man's game.
Spider Cop.
Spider Cop? Well, he's no spring chicken.
Please be going where I think you're going.
Spider Cop's gonna retire.
As of today, Spider Cop is officially retired.
Oh, thank God. I need a drink.
We'll all drink tonight, Yuri. Drink to the memory of Spider Cop's tireless...
Whoops.
Yuri? Yuri,
No.
you there? Guess the emotion of the moment overwhelmed her.
Thank you, Creative Murmur. Quick stream in a Wolverine costume. No, I wasn't planning on the Wolverine costume. And thank you, here I am. How much does he spend on bags? It's got to be a lot, especially considering how poor he is. But that's probably why he doesn't have rent money, is he spent it all on backpack loads. Thank you, Stutz. Am I going to watch Venom? I'm going to watch Venom. I'll probably watch it on like a plane or something, because I can't see myself... or I'll do a rental when I'm really desperate for something. Because it just doesn't look good at all. It looks real
Not
bad.
good. Can't have people taking pictures of my 3 chest hairs.
Ha! Alright, let's go to new
Tools I need
suit.
for suit repair at the lab.
So, this game has a fair amount of collecting in it. Thank you,
Dr.
Kayla.
Octavius is left for the day.
Fair amount of collecting in it. The backpacks, if you collect all of them, you get a suit. It's the, basically the homecoming, like Peter Parker's homemade suit.
How did it go with the committee? I'm so sorry I
Shane.
screwed things up.
Not at all, Peter. They're just nervous in the face of imminent triumph. They'll calm down. They always do.
I'm glad you enjoyed
Should
them.
I head back to the lab for cleanup?
No. I'm stepping out for dinner anyhow. We'll
Hey,
resume
Limelight.
tomorrow. Short break, then back
Good
to
night.
creating the future.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. The backpacks, if you get all of them, I think there's about 54 of them or so. And you get that...
Sounds like he's left the lab for the day. Good time to work on my suit in private.
Homecoming suit, which has no special ability to it. Most of the suits actually come with an ability. So a couple of the cosmetic ones really don't, like the Homecoming suit, and then a special one you get from Black Cat. I wouldn't bother when you're playing this on your own. I wouldn't bother doing a lot of the collecting stuff early, because you will continue to unlock more things. And so if you're going to be in that area anyway, you might as well just wait and do it all at once if you're a completionist. Whoops. Come here, you. Though that being said, you get tokens for all of the things you collect, not backpacks, but like landmarks, research, challenge, and that's what you use for buying upgrades and new suits. There are people there that I just the car went through them. Oops, and then I let more die. My bad. My bad. Spider-Man's having an off day. It's.
That's it, huh? I've had worse commutes.
Yeah, I got 0 for 2 on that one. But, yeah, go ahead and play through some of the story missions before you even bothered doing unlocks. I wouldn't... The only exception to that is maybe doing a lot of these towers. It's pretty quick. There's not so many of them that it's too onerous to do, but at least it unlocks the map. So I would knock those out real quick at the beginning if you're going to play this game. And then you'll at least be able to see where everything is. And as you're traveling around the map, you can... and at least grab everything that you can see. Most of the entire map, as far as I'm aware, is unlockable right at the beginning. You can do all the island of Manhattan. Hey, Lois. Hi. Get some bad advice for a headache. Ugh. Just bashing it a lot. Just whack it on the table. That's the bad advice for a headache. The trick to a headache, and this isn't necessarily, this isn't wrong, but it is true and not a good idea. So we'll leave it at that. But you don't really usually feel 2 pains at once. Your body just isn't really capable of it. So if you get a new pain, like if you give your body a different pain to think about, then you won't feel your headache anymore. So, try it. Next time you got a headache, what you can do is... Thank you, an inconveniently large dragon. Oh, thank you. Take your fingers and right between your thumb and finger, there's a pressure point. If you dig around in there, you'll find it. So when you got a headache, if you just take that and squeeze, it hurts. That means you're doing it right. And it will actually make your headache kind of go away, but it makes your hand hurt. So, I don't know if that's better or worse. Supposedly, that's, allegedly is a pressure point therapy for headaches. If you look at, some Chinese medicine, that exists on the meridian, which is kind of an interesting system where they figured out essentially where nerves were in a lot of ways before they ever dissected a person in China. I know a little bit about this because 1, my mother is a massage therapist, and 2, when I was studying Kung Fu, I was reading a lot of books on different pressure point locations.
Fisk did keep these wannabe pushers in check.
I should have been web throwing 3 objects at enemies. And
miss him?
No. They would talk about where, when you were affecting certain pressure points, what damage you could potentially do to the rest of the body if you too aggressively triggered that pressure point. And in that book, every one of the pressure points was like, almost invariably, would talk about like, all right, you hit this pressure point, moderate, mild attack, pain, moderate attack, maybe disable them, Severe attack, death. It's like every pressure point led to a death punch, essentially. Thank you, Praetorian. It's like, oh, you squeeze that one too hard. That's on the meridian that goes to your brain. You do it hard enough, the brain just pops. It was, boy, I mean, maybe if you trained your hand to be a vice-like grip, capable of pinching through steel, sure. Maybe you could hit that pressure point just hard enough. Oops.
All forgot your keys?
But aside from that, I'm pretty sure. Whoops! I am really messing this fight up because I'm trying to do the thing. All right, hold on. I'll do this part because I can do that. Boy, I'm messing this up. I'm gonna die just from being dumb. All right, that was one from behind, right? There we go. One from behind. Whoops. Ow! Come on! That was behind. That was behind. Thank you. Okay. Web! Alright, I didn't stick him to the walls, but at least I got from behind. No! Crap! Only got 2 out of 3. No crime tokens for me. Problem is, to do some of those, it gets a lot easier once you have things like Impact Web. There's a whole bunch of gadgets in this game, which if you're familiar with the Batman fighting system, it is very different from how that works. You have to essentially select each gadget. You've got like, I can't even bring it up yet. I promise, after I do this one, I'll actually get to advancing the story so we can see more of the game. Wow, it's 10:14 already. I need to do more bad advice. Well, we'll have a cutscene, or a loading screen here in just a second. There is almost no loading screens in this game. I will also say that later on, you do unlock the ability to fast travel to certain locations. I played a bit of this game in my head, and the loading times are great. This game did an amazing job of keeping loading times really, really low. So fast travel, do it. If you got to cross town, it's absolutely worth it to do it. You will be there so quick and not have to sit there. Well, I will say, though, for comparison's sake, I am using his PS4 Pro. I don't think there's an option to go 4K with this game. Well, you can't actually turn the motion blur off, but it doesn't bother me in this game, unlike most games, because it actually makes it feel fast. I don't think there's a 4K option for it, and they really made a good choice there because it runs so well and loads so quickly. But I am on a Pro, so it could be with a regular PS4 your results may vary. And honestly, I wouldn't want this to run at 4K if it cost how smooth it runs. Thank you, Lois. Oh, hope you feel better. It will go 4K. I do have a 4K screen, though. Usually if it's 4K, it has an option. This is plugged into a 4K Elgato, so in previous games like God of War, it defaulted to, or it had the 4K option.
Looks like Doc's gone for the night. Time to sneak in some spider work.
Slightly less stable and insignificant.
We really need to get better about organizing our workspace.
All right, let's do a little bit more bad advice. Let's do knock a couple more of those out. Lord Kagome asks, I deal with screaming individuals all day at work. How do I make it stop? Nerf guns. Just as soon as they open their mouth to scream, you just fire a dart right into the back of their throat. No more screaming. It's good. It's perfect. Really eliminates all the loud noises. Ray10 Clan says, I adopted a cow and need to know where to hide it from my family, wife and daughter. Preferably on the cheap. Best place to hide a cow, and I think we can all agree, is in your belly. What you do is you just you chop it up and you get a freezer, local storage unit, and you just put it right in there. And then every time you come home with steaks. And it's great. That's the best place to hide a cow, is in your digestive tract. They may notice something when you poop it, but what can you do? Thank you, Belgrim. Oceana asks, how to become the strongest, tallest human? Well, if I've learned anything from the Rocky movies, it's a lot of steroid injections, and just good old Soviet ingenuity. You can also try stretching, which is you just attach some ropes to pulleys and have them pulling either direction. Preferably because you don't really care about the shoulder, right? You do a little bit where you wrap a rope around here, stretch the spine, and then run around your feet and pull that down and just stretch. Once a day will help. And it won't make you that strong, but it'll make you longer. And then the steroid injections, those are, you'll just buff right up. And then die. But you'll die tall and strong. A Small asks, how to do laundry and how the heck do you fold a fitted sheet? I don't. Really, the best thing to do with fitted sheets is to just use them to cover your car when you're not in use on your bed. It's best, really, though, just to have the one fitted sheet and never bother folding one at all. It's so you use it until you wear a hole in it, and that means it's time to get a new one. Never wash them. You just use them until you completely destroy it, and then purchase a new one. And then you don't wash that one either. You just want that fresh package smell, because they come from the factory, as clean as they're ever going to be. All you can do is make it dirtier by putting it in your washing machine. Thanks, Shane. That's just common sense. Ultimate X13 says, how do I stop my dog from eating her own shit? It's a problem I face all the time as well. I find it works best to just go ahead and... My first answer to that was not good. Again, at the same time, I'm afraid of being bad advice that's just on the cusp, where people might go like... I mean, I don't think anyone would think it was a reasonable suggestion. But they might take a stab at it. Thank you, Lois. You want to make sure that you feed your dog only things that make bad poops. Especially if you can... Oh, God, that's so bad. I can't finish this sentence. I can't finish that sentence. It's too bad. Thank you, Rofister. I can't. Feed it. It's too bad. It's too bad. It's not that it's being bad, or being mean. It's just too bad. Alright. No, it's too gross. I don't want to do it. This is real gross. It's real gross. It's, I can't do it. It's just that okay. I'll do it in very loose terms. Okay. What you want to do, if you want to stop your dog from eating its own poop, is to just feed it a lot of things that are real liquidy, and I guarantee you it will be unable to eat its own poop, because once a liquid, always a liquid. All right, there you go. Well, I told you that wasn't. It'll go right into the grass and it'll be gone. I tried to keep that. I tried to keep that as highbrow as I could. And second to last, Small says, how to keep your significant other pleased. Well, just like a mild narcotic at all times. Really can keep the edge off of your personality. Helps a lot if they are just not really aware all the time. Don't do that. Please don't do any of these things. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
Graduation. Feels so long ago.
Yeah, I graduated.
I interned for Doc in college. He made me realize I could do as much good for the
world. That doesn't look like Peter at all.
Tights. Maybe more.
Alright, let's make it... Okay. What's going on over here?
Doc's made huge breakthroughs his whole career, but he's always been upstaged.
And now you're doing it.
By Oscorp. This time, it's going to be different.
And yet we don't believe he can do anything. Oh, that's a DeWalt drill. Look at that. I mean, that's straight up a DeWalt drill. There's not even like a change to the design. Peter's really bad at keeping secrets.
What you got there? Chinese. If I know you'd be here, I would have... What are you working on?
Oh, just a side project.
What of what? You already have 2 boxes in there. Thank you, Shelves. Oh.
Of course. It's you.
I don't know what you're...
come on, Parker. It's obvious.
So obvious.
Let me explain.
I only wish you told me sooner.
I wanted to, but I was afraid that if word got out, my family might be in danger.
Oh, he thinks you're family.
Yes. I guess if you design his equipment, you're bound to be a target too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otto thinks you're too white and nerdy
Don't
to be
worry.
Spider-Man.
Your secret's safe. Well, I'll leave you to it.
Hey, JJ. My Doc Ock has a bowl cut.
Check your email.
Also, if you don't want to be outed as Spider-Man, don't wear your web shooters on your wrists when you're hanging out at the
Doc
office.
fires me.
Because that's what those are. That's his web shooters.
Peter, the revelation of your second job as Spider-Man suit crafter, is that the right term? Is a reminder of the good man and partner you are. No matter how hard you work, you still find time to help others. I hope you don't mind, but I noticed the suit was a bit damaged, and I took the liberty of sketching up some of my own improvements. Attached are a few ideas I had on how you could enhance his suit and help protect Spider-Man, who does so much for this city. Looking forward to the incredible work that we are doing and changing the world together. Your partner and friend, Otto.
It's real hard to imagine
White Spider, huh?
this Octavius becoming Doc Ock in this game. I don't know if he does or not, but
That should do it.
the way that they've built him up throughout the parts that I've played, it's real hard to see him turning. Maybe they'll set it up for a DLC or something, but even then, it's like it's the same character. Loading screen. Oh, wait, here we go. Spider suit reveal. A one from the game.
Excuse me, late for work.
Pose.
Coming through.
He's got to mess that up occasionally.
New York. Haha. New suit, same old me.
So, as I said, the last one looked kind of rough, but this one looks really, really good. I guess it was designed to look rough because it had been through so much fighting.
I think I figured out how Fisk's men are keeping his rackets running. Construction sites.
Alright. But these are the only suits you can see right now. Thank you, Dot. As you play through the game, you unlock more suit options. Hey, good night, Lois, and thank you, Dot. Absent-minded doing with your hands with a minute ago is something I do, and there's... I don't know, what was I doing? I was absent-minded, so I'm not even paying attention. There's the Ben Reilly suit, the Noir suit, classic suit. That's the torn-up one that we just had, and then this is the one designed for this game. This is the one that you get for the backpacks, though it's not showing it.
Wasn't that shut down when he was arrested?
No, it's one of his legitimate businesses. Multiple investors. We can't act without cause.
But now you've got that, right?
That's why I'm hoping you can keep an eye on the locations. Tell me if you see anything suspicious.
You got it. I'll be your nosy neighborhood Spider-Man.
So this is another one of the... we're still in tutorials, basically. This is another one of the setups for another token type that you use to unlock things. Here, I'll show you an example of like. So suit mods. So these require landmark tokens and backpack tokens. I guess the backpacks actually are a token as well. I just got all of them previously. So everything that you craft in this game is based off the tokens. Let's go ahead and unlock. I can't do that one yet. So that's why you want to do the collectibles. What we're about to do is basically the intro to the base collectible. This is a really weird thing that I'm doing with this entire stream. What a strange mix of like talking about the game and doing silly things like this and giving bad advice. Very strange crossover.
crime monitoring system the city was installing. Well, it's not operating.
Anyway, so as you beat these, there's several of these scattered around the city. You get base tokens.
Yuri, I'm at a Fisk construction site, and there's a lot of guys here who aren't exactly constructing.
What headset do I use with my PS4? I actually use the same headset with everything. PC, PS4, and Xbox. And it's Astro
Just got a text
850
from Doc.
wireless.
Looks like he attached an idea for a Spidey gadget. Man, does he ever stop inventing?
Spidey gadget. Spidey gadget. Also uses those tokens I mentioned. And I don't have many to spend. Spidey gadget will stay as it's been. I just haven't solved enough crimes.
This looks like it could work.
Yes, collectibles give benefits in that you can actually use them to upgrade your equipment. So there is a good reason to go get all the collectibles.
Should have brought my glasses.
Phew!
Awesome.
Impact web.
Doc could be proud.
Alright, what's my special things? Every one of these are 10 finishers and web to walls. Thank you, JJ.
Boss used to hand him his ass on the regular. I thought the boss killed him that one time.
Whoops, I got noticed. Oh well. That's fine. Whoops. So this is just going to be kind of a big fight. Oh, I'm gonna make that guy's day worse in just a second here. Whoops. Ah, crap.
The boss wants Spider-Man's head.
I messed that up. Thought I could pull it down before the guy could hit me. So the way the gadgets work too is you have to periodically sorry, it's hard to focus on talking and fighting at the same time. The combo is very important in this because you upgrade your, not upgrade, but you, the higher your combo is, in most situations, the more damage you do. And then, you also, hey, here I am. Whoops. Woo, just got that one.
Spider-Man, turns out we busted 4 illegal firearms dealers within a 3-mile
Sorry,
radius of that site.
my brain is currently occupied.
Let's see what I can do to cut down the supply.
The higher your combo is, the faster your, like, finisher bar, your focus bar fills up. Which is good for doing those, like, insta-kills things. Again, very much like Batman. Bye-bye. 5 out of 10 finishers, and I need to web one more guy to a wall. Does that count? Nope. But so, if I wanted to change gadgets, I have to actually L1 to do it, like that. Whew. Bye-bye. Oh, what's happening? Yes, I know I have suit powers. I have a 70 combo, please don't. Thank you, damn dino. Welcome, glad to be here.
Dang, looks like
it cost me my combo. Tooltips, why? What? Oh.
Open wide.
Oh, hey, more guys.
But yeah, the combat in this is pretty good. As you play more, you unlock more options, obviously, just like any other game with skills. I of all the things in it, I don't love the gadget selection wheel as the way that you have to change between your different potential things. Like, it would have been nice, kind of like in Batman, where hitting 2 different combinations of buttons would lead you to different results. Ah. But, you know, at least it is in some ways different from Batman, so I guess that's good. Missed him. Oh, he knocked out, though.
Anyone want to surrender? No?
Whoa! Bye! Knocking people off of roofs is a big thing. In fact, it's frequently one of the sub-objectives for some of the crimes. So, doing that... Whoop. Alright, I need one more. So, I can't get hit. Oh, that'll do it. Got it. Alright, I promise I'll talk some more in just a minute. Here we go. Did we get everybody? Nope, one more. There it is. Whew. You may notice a lot of... I will say, occasionally when I knock people off roofs and things, it's hard to...
Down, Captain.
It's really hard to see it.
Actually, web down.
But a lot of times, if you look really carefully, you'll see him stick a web to them before they fly off the roof. All right, so that's how you get base tokens. Those are scattered all over the city.
Sites throughout the city, betting their fronts too. Keep an eye out.
So when he knocks them off roofs, he doesn't really kill them. But you have to look real close. Hey, Kayla. Alright. We'll do some more bad advice here. Evan asks... He's killing them emotionally. You're right, Pack Monster. Evan asks, how to get out of a happy and perfect relationship? Yes. Oh, I can collect backpacks while I'm doing this. I can actually multitask this.
If I'm gonna find all of Fisk's sites, I should recalibrate my mapping software.
Except I need to let him finish talking first.
Using a depth-mapped post-process on photos of popular landmarks.
He's talking science.
And I know just the one to start with.
Alright, so that's unlocking the landmark tokens, is what the next objective here is. Alright. How to get out of a happy, safe, emotionally fulfilling relationship. Honestly, do you need bad advice? That seems like any advice given in that situation would be bad advice. Right? Because there's no, like, getting out of that... You've proposed a bad thing. I mean, there's umpteen million ways to get out of that kind of relationship. People do it every day.
Good old Empire State. Man, I love this town. Time to grab a snapshot. That'll do.
I think I took that almost that exact picture in the Let's Watch.
I haven't done much photography since quitting the Bugle. Forgot how much I.
But yeah, I mean, gosh.
Keep an eye out for more landmarks.
Aside from all the obvious ones, let's see something off the beaten path in terms of how to kill a relationship. Okay. Off the beaten path. First of all, obviously you know the most about your partner, so it's hard to give you the best grouping of things you could do that would really throw them off. But stop talking, Peter. I'm trying to give bad advice.
I just wanted to let you know we need a little extra time to get set for May's party. I guess the cake delivery is stuck in traffic.
Oh, sure thing. Just let me know when you're ready and I'll swing by.
Great. Talk to you soon.
Okay. So what you're going to do
some time to kill.
is
let's see what's happening out in the city.
Really dedicate yourself to something that they find just repugnant. It doesn't have to be that crazy, but like, you know, I'm not trying to make judgment calls, but like say if they were, pretty cool with most foods or whatnot, become like a hyper veganitarian. If they are pretty conservative, just become the most liberal asshole ever. Make yourself basically just insufferable. And you know the kind of person we're talking about. Everybody has to deal with them from time to time.
I'm gonna guess these guys aren't trading baseball cards.
But that's what you're looking for. You want to just make yourself as unappealing to any human as you can.
Wait, I get paid at the end of the week. I get.
3 dozen. Whoops! Ow! Ow! Stop! You're bad.
Yeah. Good day.
So that's how you get out of a and see, the best part is where that leaves you is very in very good place in terms of like people understanding what happened. Like if you're a bastard, if you cheat on them, no one's on your side there. If you become like a hyper vegan, then they're like, well, it sucks, but I guess I kind of get it, It's I don't know if hyper vegan is something that actually exists or not, but you become Spider-Man. There you go. That's also plausible. Exactly. Spider-Man is actually a good example of this because you got to think he would be insufferable today, always running away at the worst possible times. Thank you, Almighty Alwyn. Plus, the guy has got to reek. He has got to smell absolutely terrible all the time. Because he never comes in fresh off a shower, right? He's coming in from swinging around the city in a sweaty uniform. Uniform? Costume. There is not an amount of deodorant in the world that would allow him to not smell terrible. You can't go on a date with him because he arrives stinking and then leaves halfway through. But if you know he's Spider-Man, you also can't be mad at him, right? Because what are you going to say? Like, oh, this date was more important than saving that person's life. See, look, that guy's tethered. He didn't fall off.
Live by the beatdown, die by the beatdown.
Spiders don't sweat. He's not a spider. I don't know if you're aware of that, but he's actually a man who dresses like... Huh. It's, seemed to... Oh! Had a little bit of an impasse here. Phew. Phew. Where's that coming from? Oh, no. Oh, no! Okay, it's from the hand. No, not always from the hand. Pew, pew, pew. Impact webbing. Pew! Oh. That's, unfortunately, fast travel isn't unlocked yet. Well, the patch is big. So we're just gonna... There we go, no problem. I fix. Okay, that's the problem with if you're a spider, you get stuck in the web sometime. You know what that does mean is, thank you, Kayla, that gives an opportunity for another bad device. So that's the game that I couldn't stop playing is at 60%. Thank you, Pack Monster. So I've seen a fair amount of the game already. Mad Meckham asks, I just started a career and want to move out soon. What advice do you have for house shopping? Well, here's the thing. You always want to be right on the bleeding edge of gentrification. So pick an area that looks really, really bad. I mean, terrible. Like, if it's got crime statistics that say that it's really in the crapper, that's where you want to be, because any day now, a bunch of rich people is definitely going to decide that that's the cool part of town to live in, and then they'll just move right in, and everything, the property values will skyrocket. So, you just need to go to the crappiest place you can find, and the houses are cheap, Security is non-existent, so the HOA fees are cheap. Thank you, Dr. Velociraptor. And then eventually it turns into big money.
Mugging reported. Need an officer on the scene. Converge on Grand Central. Over.
Final Small asks how to acquire a job. Any job, from being a poop scooper to an actor, even to apply to be an assassin. Just any job. How to get any job. Well, the trick to... Oh, there's a backpack right there. The trick to getting a job, as I said, I mentioned earlier, the interview process. By the way, every time you pick up one of these backpack things, if you go to it in the collections, he'll tell you a little story about it and stuff. Like
a menu for my first real date with MJ.
It's pretty
Wish
cute.
I could have afforded someplace fancier, but she didn't seem to mind.
Aww. Anyway, the trick to getting a job is where you're looking. A lot of people get too carried away with like, oh, I need to go on Monster.com. No, you don't need to go on Monster.com to get a job. All you need to do is just start shopping around on the street corners. And I promise, it sounds like a bad idea, but the pimp life is a strong life. Frequently, they have healthcare nowadays. It's not good healthcare. It's some would call it Medicare. And you got to really manage your stable. You got to be careful. If you get a couple bad girls in there, it'll ruin really the attitude of all the remainder. But as long as you really pick out some good girls,
I love a happy ending.
you treat them just right enough, not too right, then they'll move out on you.
Good news. I think I smoothed things over with the Grand Committee.
Thanks, Otto.
If Lance Corporal Texador's fitting tomorrow goes well, we should be okay.
That's fantastic, Doc. We're back on track.
Landmark token.
As long as our little incident is
Landmark token.
You'll be at the fitting tomorrow?
Definitely. It'll go great.
Landmark token.
We're gonna change the world, Doc.
See how easy it is to get landmark tokens in this game? You don't even have to stop swinging.
See you tomorrow, Peter. Here's to a successful day.
Is that not it? Landmark token. Nailed it. They don't have to be good pictures. They just have to be pictures. Landmark token. Good thing New York is full of landmarks. Thank you, Stutz. For bad advice. I tweeted it out the other day. Sorry. I'm sure on the back of... I don't know, really... It's the problem with doing things like dressing up like Spider-Man and playing Spider-Man. I have no idea what to attribute the success of this stream to. Whether it was to my being amusing doing bad sex advice, or just dressing up like an idiot. So, I assume, though, I'm just going to go forward with the idea that you guys enjoyed the bad sex or the bad advice stream, and we'll do more of them. So, if you didn't get your question in this time, don't worry. Alright, I need to throw one more object. I missed. There we go. And I don't think I'm going to be able to web 3 enemies to a wall unless I web this guy 3 times.
Hope crime would decline
Rats.
post-Fisk. Might have been too optimistic.
Whee! Anyway, yeah, I tweeted out a request form where you could have submitted bad advice questions. And like I said, surely we'll do another one. Why not? As long as people enjoyed it. HPIS Life says, I have a friend who fights people all the time. What should I do? Well, the kind of person that fights people all the time only respects dominance. So what you want to do is and this is going to sound extreme, but you just got to just whip it out and pee on them. And if you're a lady type that doesn't have a whip out function, it's fine. Just, go ahead and bend over and just go to town.
Gotta love the classics.
They'll respect you more for it. And then once you establish dominance, you'll be able to really control their behavior more. I assume that's what you're looking to do, right? You don't want them to stop fighting. You just want them to start fighting for the right reasons. Preferably in a ring, maybe for money. But yeah, step 1, Public urination. It's got to be in public, otherwise they don't recognize dominance. From behind. Boy, it really wants me to stick people to the wall. Okay, you go to the wall. And you go to the wall. I really do the slide under. There we go. Ow. Oh, I knocked him out.
Pro tip.
Damn.
If you're not good at breaking or entering, maybe don't pull a B&E.
I keep missing all the sub things. Not getting enough crime tokens. Anonymous asks, thanks, Sam. Long as you missed a lot, Sam. How should, and this I can see why this is anonymous. How should I support my wife during pregnancy and the event at the end? Well, I know from a lot of experience with pregnant women, there are a few things that they like better than constant emotional belittlement. Otherwise, the baby just gets all entitled, and you can't have it start young. They'll run over you if you give them any leeway. So, what you want to do is not just to your significant other, but also to the baby. You want to treat it as poorly as possible. I learned from my mistake. I treated my wife and children very well inside the womb. And now you see they just no respect. They come in all the time. They don't stay in bed. They don't listen at all. They're just so happy and well-adjusted that I clearly did it wrong. Thank you, gentlemen. So, definitely don't want to do that. Thank you, apathetic chick. Thank you, Dot.
7 kidnapping reported.
Kidnapping reported? Man, I'm just trying to get around town. Let's see, what is the next mission?
Officer, please respond. Mobilize.
It's already almost 11 o'clock, so we should just focus on doing some more swinging and bad advice. Oh, there we go. Kidnapping is another type of crime where you just kind of follow a radar and look for someone in a trunk.
New York's noisy, but my mask can zero in on muffled sounds. The kind a tied-up kidnap victim might make.
That's reasoning. The mask can find like that. He's in here somewhere.
I think we have a winner.
Nope, not that one. That one. There we go.
Come on out. Stretch your legs.
Because it's New York, people are just in trunks all the time.
Thank you.
How do I have the game? It doesn't said at the beginning, but it's just like we put the Let's Watch up of it on Achievement Hunter. PlayStation was nice enough to give us an early copy of the game. So there's a Let's Watch of this up on AchievementHunter.com. And there will be more. We've already recorded a second one. And I haven't covered the same ground in the second one. Or rather, we get further than this in the second one, so don't feel like you shouldn't watch it because you already saw it. This was more about just having something to do with my hands while I distributed the worst advice I could come up with. More web enemies to the wall. To the wall! To the window! To the wall! Oh, stick to the wall! Oh, stick, goddamn. That's how that song goes, right? Whoops. Alright, throw 3 objects at enemies. I need another object. Come over here. There we go.
Quit moving.
Whoops. And then we give you a punch. And maybe one more punch. And then a... Whoops. I did whip him to the wall. Stick to the wall! Stick to the wall! That was the ground. Does that count? Ah, darn it. Alright. Another anonymous.
There will be no encore.
Some guy I don't know very well sent me dick pics. I'm a very gay woman, and I don't know how to respond. Help. Alright, I gotta remember this is bad advice. So, as you're in an interesting position. I mean, I keep wanting to answer that honestly. I'm really, it's Spider-Man is really kind of growing on me because I'm My impulse is now to say something that makes sense and not something that makes no sense. Maybe I've run the bad advice. I know the wall and ground aren't the same thing. Maybe it's just with the bad advice tap is getting low. But thank you, Splain the Great. Remember, bad advice. Bad advice. Don't do. Don't do. Most people would tell you to shun the person. Insult them, belittle them, really try and unman them a bit. Accuse them of having a small phallus. Things like that. I say that's the wrong way, though. What you want to do is really lean into it a bit. Tell them it's the best dick you've ever seen. Tell them you've ruined every dick for you ever. Now that you've seen that one, really build their confidence a bit. You want them to go in on it pretty hardcore. Now, once you've done that, you got to continue a little bit. You may have to suffer through a few more dick pics. You don't want to counter with anything. In fact, do your best not to respond with any pictures. Make sure they don't know what you look like, even in the slightest. In fact, you might want to downplay the fact that you're a female as often as possible. But lean into it. Really make them think that you've been sufficiently impressed by their ballsiness in sending you a dick pic. Just the form, the function of everything that they have displayed to you. And then what you're going to want to do is just find some internet pictures of the most unattractive naked man that you can find. And then you start telling them that you've really fallen in love with them over the past few months. That they got through to you and opened up parts of you that you didn't know you even had. And that you have to now share with them a secret about yourself that you've never shared with anyone. And then you reveal yourself as the large, naked, unattractive man and tell them how much you need them in your life.
So much for the gang that couldn't drive
I mean,
straight.
it's the long play. But I guarantee after that experience they won't do that again. I guess. It's a long play. It's a long play. But, you know, don't just send dick pics to people.
Good shot.
That's just common sense, you know? Right?
Empire State University. The old alma mater.
What was the question? I did go a bit far afield of it, I understand. Malist, 1986 asks, how can one get a toddler to stop chanting things at you? Thank you, Siphon. How can one get a toddler to stop chanting things at you? Look at Mickey, Dad. Look at him. Look at Mickey, Dad. Dad. Look at Mickey. Mickey needs you to look. Span of 3 seconds. Yes, I'm very familiar with this. Also, but if you were hoping that it ends when they stop being toddlers, you are mistaken, friend. You're fucked for the next several years. In fact, all they learn is more words. All of a sudden, they can ask more articulate questions over and over and over again. And they will. So, how to deal with a child that does that to you?
Accident down there. Looks bad.
Let's see. What's the best way to go with this one?
Just a little more.
Well, the Calvin and Hobbes answer would be to just, at every opportunity, with every question they ask, provide as much disinformation as you can. Make the kid grow up believing in some of the most outlandish things you possibly can.
Stay calm.
Never answer a question truthfully, and make sure that you really make it clear that they are inconveniencing you every time that you have to speak with them. Please don't do this. Love your children. They're wonderful. They're gifts. But anyway, make sure that they know every time that you speak with them that it is really they're fortunate that you took even a moment out of your busy day to give them any sort of attention whatsoever. It's important they never think they deserve anything. I feel like I'm really too close to the bone on some of this. I can't help but break character in some of those. I can't. Kids are absolutely the most wonderful and annoying things that you will ever deal with in your life. And it doesn't matter if they're yours or someone else's. They will irk you in ways that no other person on this planet can. But they also bust in on you when you're dressed as Spider-Man, steal your controller, and then pretend to be the biggest villains in the Spider-Man universe while hugging you and telling you goodnight. So, you really got to take some of those things just because the other parts are worth it. Also, they don't believe you when you dress up as Spider-Man. I'm just going to put that out there. Hey, here I am. Hey.
Gotta catch up. Just drop me off at the jail. No reason. See ya.
Looks like all the money would be falling out, I would think. Oops. I better stop this car before it kills people. You really have to hit the button for those. David Icor asked, how do I convince people...
This did keep these wannabe creatures in check. Wait a minute, what's that feeling? Do I miss him? No.
How do I convince people though has too many unnecessary letters in it and should instead be spelled T-H-O, though? Well, that is a real problem for our generation, yes. But there is a very simple solution. Crap, that's a real solution to a problem that isn't really a problem. Thank you, Nissa. The real answer is you can pretty much trick anything into being in Webster's dictionary if you just enter it into the common parlance enough. But we're looking for bad advice. Okay, I got it. I mean, it's not good that that is a thing that you can do, but it is a thing that you can do. Clever answer, not what we're watching
This
for.
party is gonna start soon.
Crap, I had something. What was it? That's real pretty. Right. Okay, I got it. What you want to do, and this is going to be a bit extreme. You're going to have to stick with me on this, okay? You got to hang with me, because it's going to sound like you're going too far for this, but, you know, if that's what you feel like needs to happen, then that's what needs to happen. There's no too much. What you want to do is first of all bring about the downfall of all society, because to make changes to grammar that intense, you're gonna need to make sure that every copy of the dictionary has been eliminated, as well as the internet, because it's got copies and it's all got to go. If you want to really burn the spelling of though out of reality, then all society must end. That's just how it's going to be. So first of all, you need to crash the global economy, preferably also undermining all infrastructure in the power sector, because that's how you're going to get rid of the internet, is just to destroy the global power grid. After that, once the power grid's down, you're really there, because society will start to eat itself. You need to become a charismatic dictator who blames the problems of the world and all the evils on the world by unnecessary words. That way you can bring down... You start a program for turning in dictionaries, because that's how you need to start burning those. All the dictionaries have to go. You have to get rid of every dictionary that exists. You offer a bounty on anyone that can bring in dictionaries. You have mass dictionary burnings. You get rid of all the dictionaries. Now, you're going to have to wait this out. Preferably cryogenics, maybe. Once you get rid of the... Because I assume you want to live in this world with the shorter spelling of though. So, you gotta make sure you preserved at least a small pocket of civilization, which is completely under your dominion, which has a charismatic dictator you are able to set up. You create that little pocket there that still has electricity, have them develop advanced cryogenics. You're going to want to go to sleep for about 500 years. After seeding THO as the correct spelling, reintroducing that to the world 15 years after the Great Burning. Go into cryogenics, you pop out 500 years later, and though THO will be the only accepted spelling for the word. Did I cover all the bases? I feel like that would do it. That's true. You got to burn every book that mentions the word though as well. And this chat archive has to also be removed. It's got to go. Yeah. Yeah. That's what we'll do with it. Okay. It's 11 o'clock. I've been up too many hours this week. So here's what I'm going to do. Instead of bedtime story, we have lightning round questions that the mods were kind enough to put aside for the end. I'm going to do the lightning round questions. I'm going to do them as Spider-Man, because why not? Darn it, I have this whole thing. And then I'm going to go to sleep, if I can get into this again. Spider-Man's advice is better, though. Oh boy, it's... boy, that's tight. I'm gonna sleep. Oh, ow, my ears. It always hurts my ears. And then my eyeballs aren't there. Oh, okay. Whew.
Get ready, folks, because this is a
Can't reach the zipper anymore. I zipped it down too far. I went too far. Oh well, good enough. We're just gonna be fat-necked Spider-Man. Okay.
No, you've got it all wrong. My husband was kidnapped by criminals.
Shh.
Shoved him into
J.
the
Jonah
trunk of a
Jameson.
car. Spider-Man found him and...
Pause. There we go. I can't get to the zipper. Oh well. Hell with it. Alright, lightning round questions. Griffin Twin says, is an unused vibrating toothbrush an appropriate sex toy? Only if you know how to use it properly. Cranberry says, I have a pineapple shoved up my butt. Do I cut off my right hand or my left hand? Better be safe. Do both. Tallulah says, I'm tired of being human. Should I become a dragon, unicorn, or both? I think it's important to remember that you can't become a dragon and a unicorn because they don't exist. Now, it is totally acceptable to become a dolphin. Unnamed source asks, should I masturbate in my brand new glass house? Only if you're sure someone's watching. Otherwise, it's wasted. Tiny says, if you hate someone with all your might, is it okay to kill them? No, but it is okay to ruin them. Kerwa says, how much haywood a haywood chuck if a haywood chuck could chuck haywood? Yes. J Money says, should I collect STDs like Pokemon? I mean, you gotta catch them all. That's just science. In fact, if you get enough of them, they counter each other out. So I hear. Malik Clips says, if you could remove your head from your body without dying, would you say me and my body or me and my head? Well, me and my body, because I live up here. I don't know what's going on down here. I don't know if it's my left nipple has ever had thoughts or feelings that I am unaware of. But the talky bit of me is up here, so it would be me and my body. If the rest of me wanted to have statements like that, it should have gotten a mouth. Which is right here. Malik, Rub-a-dub-dub says, what's a good safe word to have in the bedroom? I think if I ever heard the word Parcheesi screamed in the bedroom, I would probably come to a complete stop. So, I'm going to go with that. Parcheesi. Because if there's ever been a non-erotic game, it's Parcheesi. Finally, Anonymous says, When is it appropriate to dispose of someone who doesn't like your dog? I mean, when is it appropriate? I mean, not even like a how. Just when is it appropriate to dispose of someone that doesn't like your dog? I mean, I don't know. It really kind of depends on your dog. Your dog might be an asshole. I mean, I'm not speaking ill of your dog. I don't know anything about your dog. Maybe your dog deserves it. You got to make that choice on your own. But I'd say cut your losses, get rid of the dog and the person, and you just do you. I'm going to take the suit off and never wear it again, unless it's really funny that I do. Also, I don't know if you can see it, but like there's chin hair poking through all over this area. What is this? Oh, it's a seam. Thank you, Big Hoss. What an amazing, rather unique way to close. I do my best. Thank you, Outlander. Thank you, Big Hoss. Oh. Okay, then. We did it. Only 2 more things to go. A cooking stream and a different cosplay stream. Not this one. I can't be poked in the eye. I found an advantage. Thank you, MJ. It is absolutely really funny that you... Oh, where's the... I can't. The mouse. I've done good. Okay, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you, Oceana. Thank you, everyone that contributed tonight. We like bad advice. So you come for the bad advice even if I wasn't dressed ridiculously. Thank you, Katie. That's good to know. Because I don't know, something's liberating about giving bad advice on a mask. Then it's like you can't tie it back to me. I didn't say it. Spiderman said it. See? You don't have a picture of me giving that advice. So I think Deadpool would be a better venue for it. And next time I get one of these, I'm going to make sure it has a removable mask. Thank you, Ice Babe. Oddly, let's raid Jack, because Jack's still going. Thank you, Desta. But again, thank you everybody for coming. It's over 2,000 subs, thanks to some rigorous gifting. It's really, really amazing that I should be saying this with not my face. I can't get it off now, though. I'm stuck with this. I'm just going to live like this now, with one eye up here and one over here. Thank you, Oceana. Oh, I came for the bad advice and got a bonus. I'm glad that you think of it that way. Anyway, you should absolutely check out Spider-Man. Thanks, PlayStation, for the early code. And it's not, they didn't sponsor this or anything. I just really like the game. Thank you, Extras. But okay then. I'm gonna take this off. Which again does nothing from my head, but boy, it's not bad. I'll take that. Really slimming. I can't actually see anymore if that looks good or not because my eyeballs have wandered off the top of my head and the suit has gone places on me that I don't want to talk about anymore, but cool then. Spider shorts out. Night, everybody.